What's up?
Hey, what's up, Chris? How's it going?
It is going, man. Mick wins again. Hey, Mick.
All right. Hey, Felipe. Hey, Mick.
Oh, shit. Let me throw records on the floor like Mazzy.
All right.
So, yeah, Felipe is going to be joining us in like 30 minutes. So you just get us two bums for now. And then the star of the show will show up at 8:30 Eastern.
So, interesting news from Joe Harley today. He shared a video on his Instagram and Facebook that he is doing. Let's see if I can find it here. So it looks like the remarkable Carmel Jones with who's on this? I forget the sax player. It's Harold Land. So that's going to be Speaker's Corner, which is awesome. That's a great record from Pacific Jazz.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty expensive, so very hard to get, and this will make it way more affordable.
Hey, Record Ed.
Hey, Record Ed.
Hey, Joe.
Hey,
haircut, Mike.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's going to be a new tone pod, I'm assuming, at some point. We don't know when. Probably a year from now.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah. He just showed the mastering process as he does, which is kind of amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, for anybody that doesn't know, we're talking about Joe Harley, who is the leader of the Tone Poet Blue Note series. And he puts up clips on his Instagram of the records they're going to make when they have the master tapes and they're cutting the lacquers. It's really cool.
So let's go ahead and make this smaller and bigger.
Smaller or bigger?
Yeah, the computer's just lagging on my end, so I'll just wait for this to am I frozen?
No, you're fine.
Let's make this a little bigger. All right, yeah, so this is Joe's Instagram. Definitely cool to follow because he basically just shows him in the studio with Kevin Gray. He shows tape boxes. So these, I believe, are both the Train, but this is the new one here. Let's see if we can play this. So,
yeah, can I do my Joe Harley imitation?
Yeah, do it up. So what's cool about this is it is. If you look at the tape, it is the stereo master.
I don't believe it. That's a fake box.
Of course.
There's nothing inside of it.
Yeah. This is probably made today.
Look, I found a box full of Thelonious Monk's pubic hairs. Look,
there's probably a USB stick inside.
Where's Felipe? Is he tied to a tree or something?
Yeah, he's gone for the first 30 minutes.
I messaged. He's been messaging me. We chat back and forth. I went to. Huh?
So he never messages me.
I don't know your message. I typed in.
No, Felipe never messages me.
So I went to an estate sale in a record store and I cleaned up. Got a shitload of sitar music that apparently is worth money, so I have to clean that up. But I got a lot. There was a bunch of jazz left when I got there. Oh, again today, the elusive Bill Evans box. So the guy never came. I'm almost 100% sure the guy never came on Thursday. I was here all day. So I complained about it. And but I spoke to a woman at Acoustic Sounds, very nice. And she calls me. She messaged me, hey, this morning, I set it all up. It's going to be sent to the FedEx office right near where you live. So I went out to go to a estate sale. I get a message at noon, second attempt failed.
Oh, Jesus.
So I talked to a nice guy at a conflict resolve at FedEx. And he says, apparently, only 5 people at Acoustic Sounds can change the routing of a FedEx because it was sent in a such specific way with the signature and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You can't really reroute it. And I guess I can't imagine why she wouldn't have known or FedEx wouldn't have told her, but maybe it was done too late that the guy drove off with the package. And here's my fear. It's hot here. I hope that shit doesn't
Yeah.
get warped.
Yeah.
So tomorrow, I've been assured. I said I will be here all day. I have the auction. It will be delivered. So as the record turns.
Did you tell them about the auction?
I told them, listen, you don't need to know about my life. That guy, I was here on Thursday. That guy never knocked on my door. And again today, there was no notice, like a failed delivery notice.
What's up, Joe?
How's it going?
Good, man. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting me join.
Yeah, of course.
So I got a shit ton of jazz records from that estate sale, and then I went by a record store and got some records. Some.
I'd like to see that sitar, those sitar records. Can you show those covers?
You want to see them?
Yeah.
So
Okay, a lot of Ravi Shankar.
Yeah.
Screw you, Chris.
That's the one I know.
Chris, where did you learn to antagonize like that?
Rob,
Learn it from you.
Okay, this seems. I'm gonna guess this is Joe's favorite sitar player.
Okay, that's cool. That's Odeon on EMI.
Yeah.
So is that a European pressing then?
Yep. Well,
Is it German?
this isn't related to anyone in the peanut gallery, but it's a Dum Dum pressing.
Oh,
Huh.
oh, interesting.
That is interesting.
What's the label look like on that?
I like sitar music, actually. Especially jazzy. It's
Well,
Pretty cool.
If
Hey, Kevin.
maybe I'll do a VCLT. Pick one of these out. Not the expensive one though.
Whichever one costs the most, obviously.
That'd be awesome.
To me.
Very cool.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Interesting.
Is it clean? Are they clean?
Oh no, yeah. Most of these are VG++.
Nice.
Or mid minus.
Rob,
The covers are a little VG-ish.
I did hear back from
Not the
Acoustic
best.
Sounds, and I'm going to get all my jackets replaced.
Very
6
cool.
out of the 11.
Oh,
We're split.
now
Yeah,
how do you
spine split.
Jeez.
Well, mine are probably coming in warped because they've been sitting in a FedEx truck for 3 days.
I haven't even opened mine yet. I need to check it out and see if there's any problems.
Yeah, I want to do a video opening, so if it comes tomorrow, I'll have to wait till after the auction. Okay. I'm going to say, Mike, this is your guy.
Yeah, he looks like Jimmy Fallon.
It kind of does, yeah. That's fucking amazing. Oh, that's funny.
And again, that Dum Dum record, Dum Dum India.
That's cool.
Was this an Indian thrift store?
Huh.
No, it was an estate sale.
Okay.
This dude liked a lot of world music, and
That's really cool, man.
these were $2 a piece, but these things go for some money.
Yeah.
Oh, that
No,
one.
I got records for days.
Hello.
Sorry,
Hello,
hold
everyone.
on. That looks amazing.
Where's my Bill Evans box?
No shit.
Huh. So that's on Vanguard,
Yeah, this is the U.S.
and that's US.
Vanguard.
Cool.
Have you streamed any of it to see if you like it?
I mean, I'll stream it later. I kind of got back lately. I have some kick-ass shit I want to listen to before this stuff. I want this hat though.
Get the hell out of here.
You're the Fez.
Yeah.
Your Fez.
Hey, you know what? All these guys' name is Khan. It must be like Smith in India. And again, Dum Dum.
Yeah.
Con.
There's Ravi,
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay. Look at that.
and this is an Odeon too.
I got an ECM record with Robbie Shankar on it yesterday.
The 40-minute raga.
Yeah.
This is US. You know this label?
Connoisseur Society. I do not.
Did
It has a nice glossy cover.
it come with any Grey Poupon?
No, but apparently he has his recipe for chicken marsala.
You have to read his life story first before you get to the recipe.
No, you have to tie a weighted string to your privates and do a 40-minute raga.
Ali Akbar, that guy's amazing.
Yeah.
Huh.
All right, this is just folk guitar. Pretty
Oh,
good.
that's
This
cool.
is
That's
Vanguard.
correct, Baggy. That is Nora Jones's dad.
Hey, Baggy.
Oh. Yeah, that's no. Everyone knows it. Who do you think you're talking to, Baggy? Everyone knows. So,
Hey, Nicole.
this is him improvisations. So it's a lot of Ravi. Now, I at an estate sale a while ago, I picked up a bunch of these. People like these 10-inch Japanese from the 50s.
So it's like traditional Japanese music or what?
Yeah. But they're really cool on these 10 inches.
Oh,
neat.
it's top
That's
loading
really neat.
too, which is cool. Very cool.
Yeah. And then I
Okay.
plan on doing a few hours of this after we finish.
All right, now you got to show some jazz.
Hold on. You asked me to show this shit.
Well, just the sitar stuff. Now we're getting into
Oh,
different.
no, there is Sitar. There's more. Dude, I got Sitar coming out of my ears.
Wow. I would have bought that shit too for $2 a piece.
Well, no, I mean, they're going to go as low as $10 each. So
No, but that's what I'm saying. I mean,
I want to keep the jazz stuff. Here, I'll show you the jazz stuff.
All right, so the jazz stuff come with the sitar stuff? Was it all from the same
Yeah,
place?
no, these most of this, and then when I show you the stuff I bought at the store, you'll see.
Okay.
nice.
Cool.
Yeah, his double solo stuff. I think this is the album Mike will want.
What is it?
Let's
What
see
is
it.
that?
This is the
Bethlehem.
mintest, oldest record I think I've ever found.
Is that? Oh my goodness!
Old
Yeah.
school Bethlehem. Nice.
Yeah, it came in. You know, like when they came sealed in these. Right?
Mhm.
Uh-huh. What?
So-
Who's on it?
What's the numerical sequence on it? BCP.
46.
Is that a comp or what? What's the deal with that?
No, it's a real album. It's this guy. Here's who's on there.
Okay, let's first
Red
see.
Mitchell and Stan Levy are the only.
Yeah, Stanley.
Oh, dude.
Maynard Ferguson.
Marty Petch.
Frank Rosalino.
Oh, that's kinda
and maybe
cool.
Red Mitchell. That's really badass.
Love Frank Rosalino.
His son doesn't like him very much.
This doesn't go for much, so if any people want stuff, let me know.
Okay.
This is interesting. I've never heard of this dude.
Oh, I have.
Bonehead
Yeah.
Vincent?
He has a record on Bethlehem, actually.
Larry Carell has been on tons of stuff. I know him.
Yeah.
I have stuff with him. And this label,
Mega.
is Flying Dutchman.
Oh, Flying Dutchman. I'm interested in that. I got 4 or 5 of their records.
All right. What do we got?
Um,
What's Maggie saying here?
This is this was from the estate sale and a replacement, so I'm selling my older version tomorrow.
Okay.
But it's always nice when you find a Bill Evans at a,
Oh yeah.
But my old copy is pretty rough, so I was happy to find that.
Nice.
Can I show when I just got in since
Yeah.
we're on Bill Evans?
Yes, absolutely.
It's the Bill Evans box. You can
No.
It's not the Bill Evans box. You
Oh.
probably are all
Okay,
familiar with this, right?
yeah.
This is, I think, is a repress, second pressing. But a guy reached out to me and signed to Joe, so I felt like I had to bite the
wow.
Is
bullet.
that signed by Bill Evans?
Yeah.
It is
Wow.
How much did that cost you?
actually not that much.
Really?
It's one of those Facebook auction guys that knows I like jazz, and he reached out because
Oh, that's awesome.
it was to
That's
Joe.
pretty cool.
So
What's the name of the record? I can't remember. What is it?
conversations with myself.
Oh, yeah.
You
I
find that
think
album a lot, but it's
You
hard
do,
to
right.
find that album. It's hard to find that album in good shape.
Yeah.
And signed, addressed to me. So I mean, I
True.
felt like, the record's pretty beat up, but I figured the cover alone's got to be worth something.
Absolutely.
It says here to Rob, 70 Sitar albums.
Yeah. Nice.
Every time I find a copy of this in decent shape, I buy it because
Yeah. It's a great one.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
it's a one I believe people should own, so I don't mind. I probably have 2 to sell tomorrow now. This, I think,
that's a great. With
Yeah,
that
but
blue,
it's
blue
unfortunately
taste on it.
Great.
Yeah, that is.
I
a good one.
can't imagine how they okayed this cover. It's
Yeah.
just so dark.
It's like, Oscar, make sure you're smiling, please.
That's a great one. I have that one. I like that record a lot. The earlier Herbie Mann stuff's really good. Is that on
This-
Everest?
Yeah, that's like
Yeah.
cheap label.
Have you ever had one of those that doesn't sound like shit?
No,
Okay.
it's like it was made in someone's bathroom.
Yeah, exactly.
This is very interesting to me. So, this is a promo
Yeah.
Mm.
from the estate sale. So I've
Sonny Stitt.
yeah, but it's that
White
white
label.
Oh, wow.
white label 70s, that's usually green.
Yeah.
Okay, those here's the other two. This is a reggae record promo.
Sweet cover.
Can you tell it's a reggae record?
Yeah.
But it's cool because it's on that
That's
original
really cool. Yeah.
record label that's very satanic or whatever it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's cool.
cool.
I like that. I like Satanism.
And then this record is worth the most out of all of them for some reason. It's a country record, double country record.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so here's the record store haul. So I didn't pick up the Prestige repressings of him, so this is a twofer.
Okay.
So I just said, why not? $9.
Yeah, I didn't pick those up either. So you're saying that Chad did those? George Wallington?
Yeah, they're part of one of his albums is part of the
Okay.
50 Prestige 50.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the one with the carriage on it, right?
Yeah. So
Oh,
this is,
yeah.
Music
This
for the
is-
carriage trade.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, that's a nice
Sweet
lineup,
lines.
man.
this is I like Randy. I have a bunch of Randy Weston. I have one of the Blue Note reissue series from the 70s of him, and I have a Prestige twofer. This is a double record on a 80s roulette.
Yeah.
But he went in a very avant-garde direction later in his career. So this is a reissue, and it seemed very interesting. So it wasn't that much. All right, here's the meat and potatoes where I paid some money.
Meat and potatoes. Yep, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I have that record.
When I paid money, I mean I paid $16.
$16. Yeah, that's a good record, though, man.
I didn't have this Bill Evans.
I've never even seen that.
I've seen it, but I don't have it.
What is it
Yeah.
called? Quintessence?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's with here's the lineup.
Is it an actual quintet? Oh, yes.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
That's a dope lineup, man. Dang. What
That
year was
is.
that? Does it say?
This was back in 77.
Oh,
Bill
cool.
Evans with Harold Lamb.
Yeah.
I need to hear that.
And then
Buy it.
I'm selling my VG copy, and this is a VG plus copy. So
Nice.
Cool.
this was a good. I think maybe they did 3 albums together. This lineup.
Yeah.
I mean, he was with Eddie. And then here's the most avant-garde. I don't know if you've heard of this dude. Have you heard of this dude?
No.
I don't think so.
So Klaus Nomi was a German dude. He supposedly had one of the highest falsetto voices, and he was part of the whole New York. He late 70s scene, but Bowie plucked him out of, and he was Bowie's backup singer, I think, for 3 years, in 79 through 83. There's a famous Bowie was on Saturday Night Live, and he was backup.
All right.
And he died of AIDS, but this I think is really the only album he ever put out. This is a Real Gum Music reissue from 2019.
Wow.
So I mean, he's watch him. It's weirdo. It's kind of there's a good documentary on YouTube. I don't think it's a full documentary about him. Elliot Cruz loves Klaus Nomi.
Well, I mean, that's a pretty crazy looking cover.
Well,
Right.
I mean,
He looks kind of like a clown almost.
I'm
It looks
telling
like that's
you,
how he always looked.
yeah, go.
That was his
it's
stage
kinda-
persona.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
performance art, avant-garde, new wave.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Cool.
Okay.
that was a pretty good haul today. Didn't
Yeah,
spend a
that's
lot of
awesome,
money on all this.
Nice. I bought one record earlier today online, and
You're a show.
so
got a
Joe,
couple in.
let's see what you got.
I picked up this one from the same guy that had the
Oh, nice.
Bill Evans. It's on the Liberty. It's in pretty good shape. Pretty happy with it.
Yeah.
Jackie
What is-
McLean, Hank Mobley, Cedar Walton, Paul Chambers, Billy Higgins.
No, that's
That
really
sounds-
cool.
I want to think that was probably done around the same time as that Jackie McLean album I got sealed. That really should be a Lee Morgan album.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. What does it say for a year?
I'm pulling it up here. All right, so that's from 19, recorded 66, released 69.
Did they announce that that's part of the Blue Note Classic series? Am I wrong about that?
I think so.
But it probably will be eventually.
And then I picked up this as a DMM.
Yeah. Hey, hey. Now we can do a true jazz bum stream.
Why? Showing the same record twice.
Yeah, hold up your copy because this is my DMM.
Oh, there you go.
Let's see, there we go.
It's different. Oh no, Rob.
One of them is
so different.
Rob's camera's messed up.
Yeah.
Is that a DMM?
Yeah. This has
got a big hole punch. There was a collection of DMMs at the shop.
I like the DMMs. I mean, this I don't know. I think this was Music Matters. Did Music Matters do this?
Yeah, I think so.
So,
but outside of that, I mean, it's hard to find. I mean, even these go for $50.
I bought this for 15, but this goes 50 plus. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I love Jimmy Giuffre, so I felt like this was a must. Sonny Stitt plays Jimmy Giuffre.
Yes, you can record it. It's pretty cool. What label is that on? That was Verve.
On Verve, yeah.
But he's playing Jimmy Giuffre? I don't get it.
His arrangements. He's playing his tummy sticks.
So who's that?
Sonny Stitt.
So,
okay.
I'm getting into him. I have a Sonny Stitt record I'm selling tomorrow.
You're really getting into him by selling his records.
Well, no, I got 2 copies of it. I knew he did 2 albums on Cobblestone that people say are his best albums.
See that?
So.
Yeah, I was looking at.
You're not allowed to talk about.
Both of those are very good.
You can't sell his records unless you own like 700 of his records. So.
Yeah.
I have another Sonny Stitt I'm selling tomorrow too with Gene Ammons.
Wait, Wax? Do you have those Cobblestones?
Yeah, I have both, and I'm selling one of them. I have the one I have 2 of. I'm selling one of them, but the 2, the I don't even know if I can pull out the one I'm selling.
One is Constellation, and I think the other one is maybe Tune Up.
Pretty happy with this find too.
Oh, nice. What is that on?
This is on Milestone, but I think it was originally released on Riverside.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah. Very cool. What's the lineup on that?
So this is Blue Mitchell, Wynton Kelly, Sam Jones, Roy Brooks, recorded in 1960.
Yeah, that's cool.
I don't have any Blue Mitchell. I need to get some Blue Mitchell.
Buy that new one, the Newland one. It's great.
Yeah, look at that. Barry Harris, Sam Jones, Roy Brooks. Almost everything with Sam Jones.
It's the same lineup on the other one. They sound very similar.
Yeah, they are good. I was looking into those recently.
Yeah, this is very in demand. So,
yeah, very cool.
If you want it, come tune in tomorrow.
Hey, maybe that one.
From Cobblestone.
Pretty interested in. Yeah.
And then this is the last. This is the last one I picked up. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this guy.
Oh, I love his hairdo.
Yeah, right. I had never heard of him, but it's I think it's a pretty expensive record. It's like $50.
Oh wow!
I picked it up for $5. It's on Encounter. It's like soul jazz, but I just thought it was pretty sweet looking.
Yeah.
I really didn't
heard of him. I don't know anything about him.
Yeah, I don't recognize any of the names. So I'll have to let you know what I think. It may be a little bit schmaltzy, but I thought the cover was pretty sweet.
Well, I'll give you $6 for it if it's worth it.
Well, you know what? I heard a rumor he hides all his secrets in that hair.
Yeah. It is a gatefold.
It is a pricey record. I'm looking at it on Discogs right now. There's only 4 available, and 2 are CD and 2 are LP. The LPs are going for $45 and $60.
Yeah, I wouldn't have bought it, but 1973. I mean, those cats have some pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's cool.
Pretty sweet attire on.
Yes. Hey, I got a pair of those headphones right here.
Yeah. I used to have sideburns like that.
Very cool.
They look similar. Look.
Oh my gosh, that's exactly what they look like.
Yeah.
They really.
Was that you, Chris?
Yeah,
Was that before the man bun? You had the
Chris used to make side money in the 70s doing Radio Shack ads.
you had a tight
Dude, that's
waist.
crazy. That looks identical. Chris, those were your dad's headphones? Is that
Huh?
right? Were those
Those
your
are my
dad's?
dad's,
Yeah. So it
Those
could
are
have
the
been.
headphones I used when I was a child.
Appropriate time period.
Was your dad Bernard Purdy?
I wish. Bernard Purdy's a fucking badass, dude. Bernard Purdy's like one of the best drummers of all time. He played on Asia.
All right.
Yeah, he's a fucking killer, man. Killer.
Hey,
that, so.
Rob, you mentioned that in the chat interview today that they were talking about some jazz reissues. I didn't catch the whole thing.
So he, it seemed like Chad, I don't even think it felt like Chad. I think he was like kind of nervous talking to Donald Fagen, and Donald Fagen came off very good. I heard he could be prickly.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, he did.
He sounded a little prickly. Like he was talking about how he didn't really like touring too much, but he liked playing. So he just does it.
He was with the conversation and very free. He didn't seem defensive.
That seemed like he was an amazing interview,
So
right?
Chad pulled out his night flight.
Yeah, I saw that.
And he said, "Well, we're doing Way Out West, and then the one the Felip showed, the contemporary and Sonny
Which
Rollins.
one? Oh, right, yeah,
with contemporary leaders.
Leaders.
Yeah, because on the desk in the Nightfly cover.
Yeah.
Or I guess on the turntable was.
Yeah. No, on the
desk.
He was asking what.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Well, he was asking what album was on the turntable, and Fagen didn't remember.
Oh, well, in the first batch of contemporary, they did 2 Art Peppers. So in the second batch, if they do 2 Sonny Rollins, it kind of goes with the theme there. So could be that
these dudes are probably shooting from the hip, Mike. I wouldn't give them that much credit that they're thinking about it.
Go watch the video. It wasn't like Chad cared about saying it.
Right.
It seemed like it came out, and
which is surprising because it's not really his deal to spill the beans on.
Which is why he may have not cared.
I mean, he also may just have assumed that everyone would expect him to release those 2 records in the
Yeah, I'd like to get that contemporary leaders one. That has a killer lineup. It's like Shelly Mann, Leroy Vinegar. I can't remember them all, but it's like all the big hitters from contemporary.
It's my best sounding OJC I have.
Oh yeah.
There's the one thing. It's just him playing saxophone, and sonically, it's just so the OJC just sounds incredible.
Yeah.
Which one?
Sonny Rollins and the contemporary leaders.
Yeah. I mean, it was right before the pandemic where you could pick up all those OJCs for $15. Mm-hmm. And I did.
Talking about gatefold vinyl storage solutions.
Yeah.
I just throw my gatefolds in a regular thing. It's cool to have it so you can have the gatefold.
Yeah.
But I just keep regular ones.
Yeah, I reserve those jackets for only certain gatefolds that I really like.
It is nice that
you have to use 2 of them for the gatefolds.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I buy so many because when I sell records and clean them, I put a new sleeve, and inner and outer sleeve. So, and I think I buy the ones I buy are really nice.
Yeah. Which ones do you buy?
So on Amazon, I'll put a link to the ones I buy. I'll put a link to both I buy. They're very cheap, but I mean they're really good quality for the price.
This is an example. If especially on Impulse when the liner notes are on the inside, I prefer to be able to get access to them.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, that's sweet.
So by having those jackets that Michael 45 recommended, you can still have it protected pretty well. So
yeah, that's cool.
Those are the outers, and I'll shoot them.
And then vinyl brand, is that what you get?
I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab a box cutter so I can open up this.
Don't do anything drastic now.
No shit.
Just because we have better albums than you shouldn't take it out of it. Here's the here's the inners I get.
What brand are they? I don't look at the
I get the outers are Hudson Hi-Fi.
Okay.
The inners are Hudson Hi-Fi. The outers are EVEO. EVO.
Yeah. I got them when I was looking for outer sleeves. I was watching Noble Records, and he said where he got his for his shop, and it's from like another shop in the Midwest, and they're really cheap. They're like $17 for 50, which I think is a pretty good deal.
Well, no,
and they're 3 mil, and what is that not a good deal?
No, it isn't, because the ones I get are 3 mil, and I get 100, and they always have a coupon. So now they have 5% off. Their list for 24. They get 5% off that.
You just have to be able to get through the formaldehyde smell.
No, look,
I mean, they're great.
Look, it smells like old lady, so you get a boner. So that's the side benefit.
What are they called? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
EVO.
All right, I'll check them out.
EVO.
The thing is, now that all my records are sleeved in this one company's sleeve, to switch now.
Oh, I mean, come on. I mean,
I committed.
OCD into overdrive.
I mean,
come on. I mean,
sorry.
Here they are. They're 3 mil.
Mine look very similar. They're little. They're not like super clear.
I don't have 3-year-olds around to put over their head and suffocate. So
Index does have really nice outer sleeves.
Yeah, that would be kind of crazy. Those things are.
I don't.
No, I think because they're like thick. Because like the Sam Records outer sleeves, they're pretty. They have to be like 1 mil.
Trash,
they're horrible.
I mean, they're fine, but like I wouldn't want to keep them. But the Impex ones I actually do keep. Really nice.
Me too.
Yeah. And mine are cloudy too. Josh, he's saying that they're cloudy. But when they're on the record, you can't.
They're fine. Watch, look. Here it's cloudy.
Yeah.
Put this Keith Jarrett in here.
Wow, we're getting a lesson on how to put a record in a sleeve here.
Yeah, looks fine.
It's not bad,
And on the back.
If you like the Impex, I think these vinyl storage solutions are pretty sweet. That you don't have to even take the jacket out; it stays protected. It's got a pocket in the back to slide.
Yeah, Nicole, those are pretty cool. If you haven't seen those,
I mean, they're certainly pricier, but if you're spending the kind of money that people spend on records nowadays,
I thought those are the Japanese style, right?
No,
the Impex are the Japanese, where they have the resealable. Yeah. This has a resealable on the bottom to get access to the jacket, but it has a pocket that's not sealed.
The pocket's kind of neat.
Yeah.
Huh. I mean, I'll tell you this. Okay, here's the story. I'm selling a record, and it was a gatefold, so I took it out of my vinyl storage solutions. They seem to not hold up well.
Really?
Yeah, this is a year of sitting on my shelf. Yeah. These cheaper ones that I get hold up really well.
It's the off-gassing of the formaldehyde from the cheap ones that's degrading.
No, it's funny. I got a batch from him, and I've communicated with him. He's nice. Steve, what's his name?
Yeah, Steve, I think.
So I got them, and they had a film on them. And he goes, "I'm sorry about that, but that's part of the chemical process." So my vinyl storage solutions, a bunch of them have that film, but it feels like, here's the problem with them. Between the glue and the edge of the flap is too much.
So you get that like bend over.
Because they're sitting on a shelf rubbing against other records, you get a bend over.
Yeah, I agree with Kevin too. I mean, it would be nice if he would ship a pallet to Amazon and let them fulfill with
Is he based in Canada?
Yeah,
he is. In January, he switched up his distribution, so he has a U.S. base.
So he doesn't have to deal with the importing.
Yeah, he doesn't have to deal with that. But they need a redesign, and then the plastic is getting a little. You know how the thicker plastic gets thick? It feels like it gets thicker, and it starts to look matty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that feels like a year into those vinyl storage solutions.
All right, so now that we've kind of exhausted outer sleeves, what about inner sleeves?
Yeah, well, look here.
They're all the same.
What are those? They're definitely not all the same.
Wait, so here are the ones I buy now.
I think those are probably the same as QRP, but the MoFi ones are just they feel like thinner and flimsier. Like they definitely are a little different.
Yeah, they kind of bunch up sometimes.
Yeah,
I do notice that.
So I'm old. So when I was in high school, I worked in a sporting goods store. and they would have the shoe reps come in and talk to us. Okay. And the guy and remember, you guys are young, but the boat shoes were popular like in the early 80s, and then canvas boat shoes became very popular. So the guy said to me, in the morning they stamped Sperry on them, and then in the afternoon they stamped Timberland on them. That's what I feel like with these. It's the same factory, and they're just stamping a different name.
What's this? What stamp is that? Is it Protect Your something?
Well,
Hudson Hi-Fi.
There's the Hudson Hi-Fi, and they have a real website, and I think they're having a sale right now. But
what's that one? Because I have one that's called like Protect Your Investment. Sometimes
Invest in Vinyl.
Yeah, that's it.
These are the same sleeves. They just
I agree. These are these are Big Fudge. I have MoFi. They're all.
If you look closely, you can see the tears of the Chinese children who put these together.
I just bought the package from QRP. They sent me like 500 of them, so I'm good for a while, or whatever it is. Like they sent me like one of those big shipping boxes just filled with them. So I'm working my way through that.
Hey, I worked in a sporting goods store, not a women's shoe store. You person.
It was Dick's, wasn't it, Rob? It was Dick's.
No. I grew up in DC. It was called Irving's.
Do you guys remember during the lockdown and pandemic the prices of the MoFi inners online? Like people were selling them on eBay for like double the price. So that's why I went with QRP. Because they had them in stock, so I just grabbed them.
They're the same on Amazon forever. Do you have an off-brand that you could just show both? They're all the same.
Yeah, pretty much all the same.
I mean, yeah, we can all agree they're better than RTI sleeve.
No, those turn your records. They put a film coating on them.
According to Stunty, that's only if the record's not cured. So once they're in there, but it's Stunty.
I'm not going to fight him. I just know.
I haven't had as many issues as people.
It doesn't affect the play usually. It's just I put them in the ultrasonic and they sort of come off. So.
All right, I'm going to open up this record. I'm just pulling up some info on this.
Let's talk to Kevin here real quick. We had a question and Baggy answered it though.
What do we got?
Did anyone get the essential title from Vinyl Me Please, the Dizzy Gillespie?
I swapped it out.
You guys posted it. Was that you, Chris?
I did. Yeah, it's freaking great, man. I love that record.
I swapped it out for the Bill Withers.
I haven't spun it yet, but I have it.
I wouldn't say that the sound quality on it's like the best ever recording wise, but it's a really cool record. I really like it.
The Bill Withers is awesome.
Baggy, I have that one. The Bill Withers. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, there you go.
Nice. Like it. And then Baggy did a video. I'm gonna check that out. Baggy.
When was that recorded? Do you know what year that was recorded?
54.
How does it sound?
I haven't spent it.
Just said if you paid attention to me while I was talking.
Yeah.
He was too busy clicking his.
Yeah, I'll do it.
You know,
the anticipatory click of the utility knife.
I'll do an excerpt of it.
That's not true.
No respect.
Okay, how off am I, Chris?
Very off.
I heard it was a needle drop.
It was?
No, it's all AAA, I think.
Pull that out of his butt.
And from what I understand, Dizzy Gillespie went like this.
Dude, I cannot look at Dizzy Gillespie's cheeks. It's like a
AAA right there, Mike.
AAA, bro.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
Ryan Smith.
That's more Louis. That's more a Louis sound.
Exactly.
All right. So I got this record for. Hey, Felipe. What's up, man?
I made it finally.
The party. How's it going?
Good. Just catching up. I kept an eye on you guys. Okay.
Oh, very good.
Oh, there you go.
Hey. Come on. Only losers don't have this record.
Is that a DMM too, Felipe?
No, that's a Liberty.
Yeah. That's a root canal record. I mean, a root canal page.
It is great Afro-Cuban big band jazz. That's correct.
Yeah. Let's come up with a genre that only 2 records fit in.
That is not true, Rob. Damn it.
Where did you learn to be so sassy?
I learned it myself. That one. The sassiness.
That's cool. Rob, I saw you showing this some Sonny Stitt. Did you see this one?
I'm telling you, Sonny Smith, what was his deal? Did he burn bridges? It's like one record on every label.
He recorded everywhere, man.
No,
I know.
he has a lot on Verve. A lot on Verve.
I know, yeah.
That's one of those black ones.
Oh, nice.
Those older
Beautiful.
ones, yeah.
Is that a guy shooting a bazooka on the cover? On the label?
What now?
Oh, no. That's a trumpeter.
Guy shooting a bazooka.
That's hilarious. It's the bazooka shooting Green Army Man.
Yeah.
You know what the sound of that guy? You know what sound that guy is making on the label?
So it is a quartet: Sonny Stitt, Joe Jones, Ray
beautiful.
Brown, and Jimmy Jones.
You know,
And
I
I
really
have-
want to get that blues. Plays the blues.
Oh, I got the Analog Productions.
Yeah, but-
Is that what that is, Joe?
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah,
a
but I don't
45?
want 40. I don't want 45. I just want a nice 30.
I know.
Yeah.
Nobody wants
Oh, yeah.
45s.
This record is really good. It's really good.
Yeah.
It's one of those old crappy AP pocket
Yeah.
sleeves, but
Yeah.
Who's all on that? Does that line up there?
it doesn't.
Hold on, I'll pull it up.
You got to get the.
Oh yeah, it
Cobblestone
does.
one.
It's got Lou Levy on piano, Leroy Vinegar on bass, and Mel Lewis on
Nice.
drums.
Oh,
Very cool.
Josh is a King pressing.
Japanese King.
Yeah.
Felipe, do you have any Cobblestone records?
I do.
I think I have.
Do you guys have the Sonny Stitt Cobblestones?
No.
No. So Josh, that's the one.
Oh yeah.
How's it
I
sound?
got this like is near mint. I got this from Dusty Groove, $64. Was not that bad.
That one's right for a classic series release, right? Did MMJ?
No,
release that?
it's a Music Matters, yeah, so it should be classic, yeah.
Yeah, it's one. Yeah.
But there was also an Analog Productions too. It was available for quite a while.
Wow.
Okay. I need to unbox this, but before I do, I want to tell you what they graded it. Okay.
Oh god.
So I got this because no one bid on it, so I got it for $10. And Felipe has shown this record, so I know it's a good one. So what the seller notes are, I would grade this LP as VG plus, okay, but has some minimal noise that was not there when the record was new. It may also have noticeable visual marks consistent with a well cared for LP that has a certain amount of play. This LP still plays great and has a lot of shine and visually very nice. This is a vintage copy from the 1970s, so it's probably a reissue before OJC took over.
When is this
so yeah.
Discogs? Is this Discogs?
No, this is on eBay, and nobody bid on it.
You know, as a seller, when you have to write a children's storybook describing the record, it's
That's
not
what
good.
I mean. Like the first sentence is, I would grade this as VG plus.
And-
so would other
and-
people not grade it as VG plus?
And then this record slept in mommy's bed, and it was too hard.
Yeah, no
All
shit.
right, let me open this sucker up. I am excited for it because I don't have Harold Land. He's a sideman on this. I don't think I have any Harold Land in my collection.
This has got G plus written all over it, man.
I'm afraid bats might fly out when you open the box.
There here. Let me just get this going.
Harold Land had a record store day release, right, with the suitcase on it. I think
Yes,
I have
I got
that.
that.
Yeah. Was that a Blue Note? Is that a Blue Note record?
No.
That one? No? Okay.
That's like
Did he
Resident.
record for Blue Note? I guess not. He was more of a West Coast guy, I think.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, they put it in a little bag
That's
here.
not a
nice.
good sign, Mike.
Hey,
Not
does
a
it
good
smell
sign.
like Does it smell like onions?
It smells like Budweiser.
Yeah.
It was like
I thought, oh my gosh, I thought broccolis.
Oh wait,
It's got little green.
Is there
All right,
Swiss
so they-
cheese inside the album?
They put it in between two cardboard boards. So
Oh,
that's
nice.
good. That's all right.
That's
You
pretty
know
good.
that. That's good.
This guy
All
was
right.
like
And they put the record outside the sleeve, which that's
Oh,
good too.
nice.
That's a pro move.
17 minutes later, we'll figure out what the record actually is.
All right. So here it is. Let me make myself big.
Hey guys, get ready. This is the first time he's held up this album.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this won't be the last.
Oh, beautiful.
Right,
Ah,
so this
nice.
is contemporary
Scott LaFaro.
Hampton Hall's Harold Land, Scott LaFaro. That's kind of cool, and Frank Butler. So
All right,
Here,
drum roll.
let's
I want to hear
take a
you
look at-
see if this storybook description fits it.
it has a $50 price tag on the back. So I don't know what the deal is with that. I guess I don't know what the deal.
That
He
was
put
a
it on there to
little
make you feel good.
Now, before I take it out, it doesn't look like there's any spindle marks really on this. So
Nice.
Oh,
it's
nice.
fine.
Unplayed.
And let's see. Here we go.
It looks nice.
I mean, I think that looks pretty good.
Nice.
I mean, visually,
it has the
visually
luster.
both sides look excellent to me. And I'll, later I'll see how it plays.
Very conservative grader. What was his rating?
So his rating is, let's see, give me 1 second here. So he has, actually, let me share my screen so you guys can see because it's a little.
100% agree with you, Jay. That pisses me off so bad.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's a G plus.
Oh, come on. He leaned it up against the wall. That's
I know.
On a cloth.
That's
These
amateur
two.
hour right there.
But Joe, you're right. He did use a cloth.
He's protecting it with a cloth.
Microfiber.
Microfiber.
We're shitting on this guy, and I think he's
I think
prime.
he's very thoughtful.
I think Rob's.
Gary J. Now, what does this mean? He has about 2,000 reviews, and what's a red star mean?
That means that means he's fully vaccinated.
Yeah.
I think it's
100% positive. That's sweet.
Wow.
Yeah, 100% positive. So good stuff.
Good job.
But yeah,
And it's children's books.
But I agree with Rob. It's a
Wow.
little wordy his description. I don't need to.
So if you play it, I'm guessing this guy's conservative grader then.
Yeah.
Look at this, and then why is he using multiple font sizes?
That's probably like 75 or something.
But if you can read that bottom line, you have 20/20 vision.
That's true.
The nice thing about that, though, Mike, is you can kind of get the impression that he's not a serial seller. He's probably a collector who's unloading some
selling other
stuff.
things besides records. Yeah.
What means communist? Hang on, I didn't know more what this communism.
So Mike, is it a stereo mono?
This is a stereo, but it has the yellow label, so that means it's a 70s pressing.
Yeah.
So it's 70s, which means I have other 70s pressings. They sound really good.
Yeah. I pay kind of cheap for mine. I pay like 45. But that's the OG.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah.
But the cover is like the red tape. There's a red tape. Yeah.
Ah, well.
How does Felip get access to the record without standing up?
Right there, man.
Actually, he was born with 2 sets of arms.
That was impressive. Like you didn't even move, and it just.
The H is here.
Oh, okay.
Now there are some marks on the
H
back.
is right here.
I don't know what that means. 6F6.
Oh, dude! If you say it, turn it upside down. I'm telling you, it means something.
Anyway, anybody in the Peanut Gallery? Do you guys have this? Have you listened to it? What's cool about this? Obviously, like Hampton Hall's killer piano. Howard Land. I don't have anything by him, but he's on the new. What is it? It's the one that Joe Harley just showed today. The Carmel Jones. He plays sax on that. Howard Land also has some killer-led records I just don't have. Then Scott LaFaro, obviously the great Scott LaFaro on bass, Bill Evans, bass player. And then Frank Butler, I don't really know too much about him. And then he's there.
He used to bring all of them some drinks.
He plays the.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
He's a butler.
That's right. He used to get them ready in the morning.
Go to stretch, Rob.
He used to ask them if you need help with Dick Watson.
But the jacket's in great condition. I'm happy with this for $10.
It's amazing.
Plus $6 shipping, and it was less than $20 all in. So for this record, I think that's a good deal.
I'm surprised you bought it, man. As much as you've been shitting on West Coast jazz labels lately.
Yeah, I know, man. Come on.
Wait, no, not contemporary. I like contemporary. It's just, it's not that I'm shitting on West Coast. It's just that the stuff that I'm into from them, it's pretty thin. Like I was telling Chris earlier, I was looking at Pacific Jazz and World Pacific, and there's most of those titles, I'm just not interested in. And maybe I will at some point, but I'm really that's why when I saw Joe Harley do that Carmel Jones reissue that he announced, that's one on Pacific Jazz that I've been really wanting. So he picked one that I really wanted. So I was super happy about that.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I saw Joe show a Blue Mitchell record, right? Yeah. I think this one is a Tone Poet, right?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think this is coming. Yeah.
I'm grabbing that for sure.
That's very good. That's very, very
I
good.
think I have a Blue Mitchell. Let me see. I'm pretty sure I do.
I was just spinning this record.
Yeah, I have this
Felipe,
one.
Are you familiar
Rob,
with
have you
this?
ever seen me show this one?
About
yeah.
15
Everyone's
times.
seen you show that one like 7 times.
No.
You know, one day you're gonna reach for that record and it will not be there.
Yeah.
It is a
Sorry
good
about
one.
that, Mike. Are
What
you
do you got
familiar
there?
with Eddie Costa at all, Felipe?
Yes, but I don't have his stuff.
I picked this up on a whim. It was originally on Dot Records, but this is a Japanese NCA reissue.
Those Dot records don't sound very good.
This, I mean, it's not bad, but the music is just, if you like bluesy, kind of classical R&B jazz,
That's
this is really, really awesome.
That's pretty awesome. Eddie Costa, yes.
Bud Shank doesn't care about your thoughts, Mike. What you think about him, man?
Wow, look at that dude.
Yeah.
He's got an eyebrow for days.
Hey, can you make yourself big?
Where
with
is
that
he
record,
on the
bud?
beach? Is he on?
Wow.
You know what? I'm not a big fan of the unibrow.
It's like
he
Anthony
could've got it
Davis.
waxed. Should have got it waxed.
Is that song on that album Fire bad?
Good record though, man.
Yeah.
Who's on that, Chris?
I don't know. Oh, let's see. It's a bunch of people you never heard of. Never mind. I'm just kidding. It's all tracks, guys. Like, check out this back cover.
Oh, come on.
You know, as a baby, Bud Shank was Lisa
Oh, is
Simpson's
that-
nemesis.
What's that guy holding in the back? Is that like a contra sax?
Yeah.
What is that?
I think he's just holding his berry high or
Yeah, I
really
think
full.
Oh, okay.
It's holding it upside down.
No, I don't know. It's pretty big, man.
That's
Maybe.
bizarre.
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
it's
yeah.
big.
Hey,
All right. Well, that
It's
might be.
bad
That
out
might
there.
actually. Be
I
kinda
want
cool.
the guy with the captain's hat. That's where I'm at.
Of course. Did you have a thing for the skipper too?
No, I didn't. It's not a thing. It's the style, man. Come on, you command respect with that hat.
That's true. Respect. Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
But speaking of labels that kind of sound like shit, have you guys seen this record?
Oh,
That sounds bad.
beautiful.
It,
But that's
they
because-
need to reissue that record. I have the CD.
Now that originally was released on what?
So
What was
So
it?
I don't know the original one, but I have this its own score.
The original is Jazz West, and the original goes for like
Oh, sure.
$1,000.
Yeah.
It's
So
not
this
$1,000,
one-
but it's quite.
Its
have
own
a copy of
score, and it actually sounds pretty good. The day I posted it on JVL and some other groups, some folks said, "Man, are you sure this sounds good?" I said, "You really got a score because usually their reissue sounds like shit." But I kind of liked it. I liked it. But it has Paul Chambers, Philly Joe, Coltrane, Kenny Drew.
Yeah, that's killer.
Yeah.
If you ever come across this one, grab it. It's really
I
good.
should get it.
I mean, I have the CD. I don't remember who owns it, but I'm gonna guess like Universal owns it. So they need to reissue that.
Oh, wait, that's
Probably.
on that. That's on the. I think that's on the high step too for the Paul Chambers John Coltrane.
Oh, it is. So it's Blue
Yeah.
Note.
I think it is.
You know what?
Wait,
That
it's not
twofer.
high-
That
No,
twofer is
Chris-
not
Chris, you're
technically.
right. I think you're right, Chris.
I mean, I have that, but I remember looking at
Yeah.
it. That twofer is not technically the straight album. It's a comp
I agree.
of 3
Yeah,
albums.
that's right. Because Chris, when you told me that, I looked it up and it was like missing a song, and I was like, "It's ruined."
Yeah, I have it.
don't want
I
it.
have it right here.
All right.
Yeah, well, I don't think that's true.
What's going on in the chat? We got anything? So we got some comments here. What's going on? Let's see.
I don't think
We'll
that's
show it.
whatever.
We got trying to find a copy of Mackenzie, Great Affordable Record by Harold Land and Blue Mitchell. Interesting. What label's that on? Do you know?
This is how you sell
That's not-
records in your stream. You just mention a record and then we all look it up.
I really don't know.
I've actually seen that record. That's kind of neat looking cover.
Which one? Mackenzie?
Yeah.
Is it on Contemporary?
It is on. I don't know.
So
Concord Jazz.
side one
Bud
and
Shank
two.
was my high school vice principal, apparently. Okay.
Oh, I have that too, Rob.
Yeah, this is a comp of 3 different records.
Right.
Oh yeah, this is amazing.
Hey,
Hey,
John.
John.
Hey John, how's it
Welcome.
going?
Back to Bud Shank, Chris.
And
Does
what?
anyone have any of the Howard
Oh,
Rumsey
Concord. Okay.
records?
Fuck yeah, dude. Howard Rumsey.
Oh,
I
that
think-
stuff is just
Concord Jazz. I don't think I really explored
Concord Jazz is great, man.
But it's mostly 70s and into the 80s, right?
Yeah.
Concord Jazz.
Oh, I've got one. It's called Jazz Rolls Royce. Have you seen that?
No.
Let me find it. Hang on.
That sounds like a killer record.
It's been repressed like 10 times on different labels.
Okay.
Oh, shit. I don't know which one I have. Hang on.
Concord Jazz.
Omega disc. That's right. See if I can find it real quick. It's right here, actually. Yeah, here it is. Omega disc was a cool label. If y'all have never seen them, yeah, I've got 2 or 3 of them. Let's see. Yeah. So check this out. So this is Howard Rumsey's one of these. Let's see. Which one is it? Yeah, this one. So this was Howard Rumsey's
Wow.
Howard Rumsey's Lighthouse All-Stars, Bob Cooper's compositions and arrangements, concert at Royce Hall. So yeah, it was like a college record, I think.
Yeah, that's UCLA.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. But this is on Omega disc, which this is a reissue, I think. But they have a couple. I've got a couple other records. This one's really cool. Dick Marks and Buddy Collette. Yeah. So it's like piano and flute. Really cool cover. And then the other one I have is Rockabye Basie and whatever. So I think it's like a comp or something. I don't know.
Oh, that's nice.
But it's kind of a neat, weird label. Like they got the neat, so I can show this stereophonic,
Yeah, that's cool.
whatever. Yeah, it's one of those weird random jazz labels, They sound pretty good. Do y'all have any Muse stuff?
I have.
I do not.
Muse is a great label. I'm telling you,
Any
I
Muse?
said you should look at that label next if you want to get into a label. Muse has some really cool shit.
Yeah, I'll take a look.
This Muse is great.
What is that one? Kenny Dorham?
Is it? Yeah.
Oh wow. That's
See?
cool.
This is not the original. The original has a different cover and not a Muse.
Mazzy has arrived in the chat. You want to come up, Mazzy?
Hey Mazzy.
Mazzy's been on 18 streams today.
Yeah.
Has he?
Make it 19.
Yeah, it has even like one with with Steve, right?
Oh, nice.
Around up on Mo5. People need to get some more subscriptions.
Your buddy Sonny Stitt had a record on Muse, right?
Well,
Don't leave my relationship with Sonny Stitt out of this.
That's fair.
It just reaffirms that he got around.
I mean, he made a lot of shitty records too. Let's not give him all the credit.
Oh yeah. I mean,
So-
there's also a nice Kenny Dorham here. He's not a
Concord
Muse, but
Fantasy.
I like this one.
Around Time, yeah, it's a cool one.
Time Records, yes.
Yeah. So Nicole's telling us that Concord Jazz bought Fantasy. So Concord Jazz is Concord, who owns everything now, right? Like,
Wow.
Well, technically, I believe it's run independently. It's Universal, right? But it's run.
Probably, yeah.
It's run in like Don Was runs Blue Note.
I thought Concord was its own mega corporation, though, that owned like Kraft and all that shit.
Well, yeah, but technically, I think the parent company is Universal.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Probably.
And
right,
Kraft, yeah.
Check this out.
Well, Concord owns Fantasy.
Right.
Right?
Show this.
Kraft, that's all.
They're the one when they bought all the companies together, right?
All right, these are Muse records, and I think Muse owns.
Zoom in a little bit, Mike.
No,
It's like those Russian dolls, one inside the other,
Yeah,
One
I
owns the other.
have a Jackie Beard Muse record. I have some Muse. They're good.
Oh, that's a little too close. So this Ray Brooks one, the Free Slave, is pretty rare and expensive, as you can see. I actually was looking at that the other day because I think Muse like morphed into another label, which morphed into another label.
Well, if you don't sort it by highest price.
Well, I just wanted to see what the ones that are.
Oh, that's
going
cool
for
shit,
low
man.
money.
I bought one
Yeah.
today, actually.
Clifford Jordan Quartet, Night of the Mark 7. That looks cool.
So
Richard
Is that
Richard
Brownie
Davis
McGee and
Thielen.
Sonny Terry a blues record?
Where's that?
Up just a little bit. I didn't realize that they released blues.
Who?
Sonny Terry.
Oh yeah, it's definitely
Yeah.
blues.
I have the blues right now.
From Mike surfing the internet and forcing us all to watch it?
No, I'm not trying to burst the bubble here, but the biggest anticipation is what is the record that's going to make every single person here buy it during the stream. It hasn't happened yet, but there's a record.
That hasn't happened yet.
I'm going to make a prediction and say it's this one.
What do you got?
Very seriously.
Dude, I heard this stimulates hair growth.
I can guarantee you that Mazzy has that. And probably has a story to tell about when he saw them.
That's fair too.
And then Mazzy got high with Ravi Shankar.
Okay, let me show this one for Mazzy then. Mazzy, this is my original Brazilian pressing of this guy here.
Did you know Mike showed your record on his record thing the other day?
What is it? Oh, cool. Yeah,
That's Ringo. That's Ringo. Bocua blues. A lot of blues.
That's a lot of blues.
I love that haircut.
What are you talking about 45 though? You're talking about on 45's channel? He showed.
No. Mike Ingroove got a stack of the record that's Felipe's favorite hometown record. That Brazilian artist.
Oh, cool.
Versailles. Yeah, yeah, I saw that. He had the Versailles.
Yeah, the Mr. Bongo. The Mr. Bongo.
Yeah, I did see that. He had the 50th anniversary version.
Never came in.
Oh, Verokai, yes.
Yeah. I need some peer help because I have 2 records in my cart for the Ingroove.
Yeah.
I have the Billy Taylor, which the Sam Records, and then the Art Blakey Lost Recordings record.
Billy Taylor or Billy Harper?
Billy Harper. I'm sorry, Billy Harper.
Yeah.
Billy Harper.
I decided not to get any of those original recordings, those blue boxes. I don't want to get into any rabbit hole.
Well,
Mazzy, streaming and driving.
That Art Blakey concert's when they first performed Moaning from that tour.
Ramblin' Maz, look at this.
Are you racing to do a pickup for Uber?
Yes.
Do you have Pedro's dogs?
Uber Eats. I'm dropping off a Jazz Pizza right now.
Nice.
I'm just listening.
Did you say Jizz Pizza?
Jazz Pizza.
But Rob, talking Art Blakey, I got this record today.
Oh, I have a.
That's the MMJ 33.
Oh wow! I have a Wally version of that.
Nice.
At the end of side one, the end of side one, the way the drum solo that he plays, the way it's mastered here, it feels like he's in a living room. I'm not kidding. It's just ridiculous.
I wonder if that
might actually be in your living room.
Music Matters is so good. It sounds really one of the best drums recording I've ever heard.
Nice. Hey, Record Head. So here's the deal with that. I've been looking at that because Joe Farrell's on there.
I'm getting it.
It's the same lineup that's on that Elvin Jones Blue Note record, and the Music Matters is still available of that. So I'm guessing it's sort of they're playing a lot of stuff from that record.
Yeah.
But I'm always iffy about those Zeb Feldman recordings. Are I give them a B. They're usually like a B+ recordings.
Yeah.
Like that.
Hey, Rob,
I like the Roy Hargrove.
Rob, it's about the music, stupid.
Yeah,
there you go.
Well, yeah, it is about the music, so I can listen to that on streaming for that sound quality.
Most of the Bill Evans sound great.
Streaming is for losers.
Well, what do you do? Okay, loser. What are you doing in your car right now when you listen to music?
He's got a fucking turntable in there.
I'm listening to the Jazz Bums instead of streaming.
Yeah, not every time you go out to pick up old ladies and drive them to their destination is there Jazz Bums content going.
I listen to NPR and I have my CD collection on a hard drive and I add stuff to my iPhone.
Well, I mean, has anyone here listened to Apple's lossless stuff?
It
No.
sounds really good in
It's
the car.
great if you want to rent music and fuck over artists. It's great.
So the problem with this HD files and lossless is that they stream to you at a high quality. The problem is that the DAC on your computer is going to shit down to the lowest level, so it doesn't matter.
No, I think it's
way to
fine.
be a
I think-
buzzkill, Felipe.
Get an external DAC.
Listen, I'm in LA where a mile drive takes 3 hours. I just want to listen to some music, okay?
Yeah. So let's go back to RSD. So my very first two record store day releases I bought on Jazz was this guy here. Do you guys have it?
No, I don't want it though. You should send that to me.
Yeah, but
That's a really nice one. It's a double. I'm not sure if it's Zev. Probably Zev is involved.
when did that come out, Felipe?
I think it's 2016, 17.
How does it sound?
It sounds great. I like this one.
Because they do Oscar Peterson albums frequently on Record Store Day.
True.
Yeah. And this Chet Baker, did you guys have it?
No.
Oh no.
No.
Who?
And-
What label is that?
I get it. Just in Time.
Okay.
It's one of his late concerts. It's really well recorded. And side D is a bunch of remixes of his songs and contemporary artists. It's quite interesting.
Oh, there's hip hop versions of Chet Baker songs.
No. It's more like kind of no. Trip hop. This kind of more dreamy thing, well played, not like hip hop. No.
So it's like Mazzy Star Dream Pop.
Kind of. Yeah. Right. There was a kind of reminds me, Mazzy. Do you remember late '90s? There was like I think they're British or even American. It's called Supreme Beings of Leisure.
I don't know it.
Mm-mm.
It was like a trip hop drum and bass thing. It's really good. It's really good.
That was badass.
No, in late '90s.
Yes.
No.
By the way, this isn't jazz, but I picked this up today, and I'm gonna sell it. Does anyone? This is Superman 2 soundtrack.
Ooh.
But check out the vinyl; it's kind of cool.
Is it a promo or what?
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
That's kind
Nice.
of cool.
Nice.
Nice.
Pretty cool. Does it sound like
Warner
shit?
Brothers.
Hey, calm down! I just picked it up. What do you think I am, a master magician? I can't listen.
I went to Easy Street Records
Ooh.
in West Seattle, and I just
Ooh.
got this. This is Ali Fark Torre's son with Kerrang. You know, that I can't. I'm going to drive, so I can't look at it.
Yes, please.
Kruang bin.
Like a pro.
I don't know about their music, but their restaurant's fabulous.
No, but their records are great. Their other records. So this was like. I checked it out. We'll see.
Sounds neat.
Mike, you mentioned this record, I think a few streams ago. Highly recommend this.
I've been thinking about getting into more of the UK English jazz scene.
And interestingly, I know you thought it was digitally sourced.
Oh, is it not?
I can't interpret this entirely, but it says, I'll show you, mastered and cut on a Heiko Scully lathe.
Okay. Well, that's pretty impressive that and they even have the Telefunken in there. Whoa.
But it's not saying
How's
any
that
digital
sound?
stuff there.
Yeah, but
Did you
I
get a
don't. It could be
Discogs?
mastered. It could be mastered from a high-res digital file.
The source could be.
Did you go to
Yeah, who cares if
Discogs?
it's new? Who gives a shit?
How's
It's
that
not
sound,
clear
Joe?
on Gearbox's website. It's a really cool record. I bought this off Fred Putterman probably 6 months ago before I was really involved in the VC.
Yeah, I'm
And
surprised there's not peanut butter on the grooves.
it smells like peanut butter, but it's a clean record.
I'm not a boomer, but I'm definitely gonna drop $1,000 on the Steely Dan records.
I'll try to get you guys when I get home. I gotta go, but
All right.
check it out.
All right.
Hey, man.
Hey, remember to use unleaded.
Harry says this boomer is spending $1,000 on the Steely Dan records. That's cool.
Yeah, I have everything. I'm fine with it.
Well, Rob, what do you
Maybe-
think about my plan of buying them and listening to them for a year and then selling them when the 45s come out?
Well, but listen, here's the deal. Let's wait till one comes out and people go, it's awesome. But the only one I would really consider getting is Asia, maybe Gaucho. But I have all of them, and the OGs sound great.
That's the thing. That's my point. I mean, the originals, they sound amazing already.
Right.
And I think
And you can get them pretty affordably.
Yeah, and Gaucho sounds better than Asia. I think Asia, I was chatting with Chris, it's kind of inconsistent. Not all tracks on Asia sound good.
like Gaucho is probably the best sounding out of all the OGs.
I think so. Yeah.
Tubby
Like,
Hayes
I love them.
says to look at
Castle Logic and everything. Katie Light. I have those originals. They sound amazing. How better can you get?
I looked at one Tubby Hayes record that I was thinking about getting.
I am not into Esperanza Spalding, but I've heard of this person.
She's more modern, right?
Okay. Have y'all heard this record? I think I showed this in a video at some point, but
is that the Raggedy Ann movie soundtrack?
No, it's Imogen Thackeray. She's from London, and it's her and a bunch of other people. It's a cool, clear version, but
that's nice.
Her and a bunch of other people doing like electro, jazz, dance music stuff. It's really cool. I like it a lot. Ken McAuliffe turned me on to this one. So,
hey, did anyone ever buy that Beatles jazz record that came out like 2 record store or 3 record store days?
That wasn't jazz. It was Stax. Stax plays the Beatles. I have it.
No, that's not it at all.
Okay.
It's a double record, all kind of more modern jazz artists doing interpretations of Beatles songs.
No, I did not.
I've streamed it. It sounds really good. And actually, they press so many of them, I think you can get it fairly cheap, like $20. Here, let me pull up a link, and maybe Chris, you can show it. Maybe I can just play some of it if you guys don't mind.
I don't care.
Has anyone heard of this? More contemporary stuff. Anyone heard of Wanubile?
No,
I have not.
It's a collective of 9 musicians out of, I think, Germany, Berlin. Really cool stuff. It's on Agogo Records. But worth checking out for sure.
That sounds neat.
Here it is. It's a day in the life impressions of Pepper.
Pepper?
Impressions of Pepper?
Yeah. Here, I'll post the link on Amazon.
That's not the Wes Montgomery record, is it?
No. Calm down. I told you it's a Beatles. It's a jazz of Beatles stuff. Here, let me find the stuff.
It's various. Yeah, it's just various artists.
Yeah, but it's a double record
released on Verve.
Yeah. Here. Boom. You can get it for around $20. Here, let me play some of this. Let's see if it'll come up. Okay.
It's pretty cool.
I don't know how jazzy it sounds. I'll tell you who this is.
I like it.
Kanumi? It's very dreamy, I think.
Yeah.
The one artist on here that I think there's Michaela.
What track was that, bro? I don't even see that.
It's the Tanumi. Where is this? Because I'm playing it in Discogs off of one of the video things. They don't label them very well. I don't know. Michaela I've heard of her.
We've lost the peanut gallery on that one, Rob.
What do you mean?
2 thumbs down.
2 thumbs down, man.
Well, go listen to it. Don't judge it here.
I like that. That's funny.
Yeah, if that's the way you judge things, I feel sorry for you.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Harry's listening to the Blue Train stereo right now. He said,
"Well, why are you here?"
Because he's watching us and listening at the same time, man. We'll be trying to drag down our numbers. Come on.
Play some of that Wanubile. Let's see what the peanut gallery thinks.
Wanubile?
How do I do?
Put it on your turntable, Joe. Come on.
I could do that, but my 1.5-year-old daughter is sleeping like
that's fair.
15 feet from me.
Oh yeah, you can do it then. I need to get a. I was talking to Patrick about playing records through the stream like this, and he said just buy a mixer. I was like, okay.
Well, I played it off of YouTube through my computer. It seemed that people could hear
it sounds like shit. I mean,
Hey, calm down, man.
Hey.
How do you share the screen?
You have to be
And
an admin on
I got it.
StreamYard.
Has to get it from it.
And our plan only allows 2 people to have that, unfortunately. But if you send me a link, I can definitely show it.
Oh, yeah.
So I think I showed you guys this one. Remember this record?
No. Yeah.
I mean, the cover is pretty big enough, but the record plays good. It's by John Cameron Quartet. Is British. Is really good.
I've never seen that. I don't think.
To clean it. It is really nice.
Is that all your Metallica box sets over your shoulder? That's cool.
Yes.
Is that a Beatles mono box?
Yes.
Jesus.
Oh. Is that a loaf of bread on the end there?
Yes.
That's the first one is a Pink Floyd, Later Years.
Wow.
But there's no vinyl. Then there are two, the Rolling Stones, that 2010.
Are we gonna see this?
Some of them sound good. Some of them sound like shit. That's why I'm going after originals. Beatles mono, Metallica. There it is. The Nirvana box, Smashing Pumpkins, U2, and some 10 inches there, I think.
Nice.
And the Rush moving pictures.
Hey, Joe, where do you live?
I'm in Hudson Valley, New York, about an hour outside of Manhattan.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Close to Mike. And then Mike leaves the stream when he found that out. He was concerned.
Yeah, he was creeped out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab a drink
for me. I got a bunch of crap today. You want to see it?
He went to go find a record to hold up.
Oh.
I want to see it, Chris. I
All
want
right.
to see it.
Screw everyone else that doesn't want to see it.
Oh.
That's right.
Okay, so someone. Okay, let me hold a record too. Someone asked me about this record today. Said it had a great moment.
Let's see it.
I hate it.
No.
Oh, no.
Don't do that. That's so messy.
I mean, you could have gave it away to a jazz bum fan.
I threw it on my bed, so it's fine. It's safe.
Okay.
That's a burn.
These are all going in the garbage this weekend, Mike, if you need one.
Oh,
Garbage.
what?
Send them over. Send them
These are
over.
all-
Why don't you frame them?
These are all
Joe,
the
so
OJCs.
are those your OJCs? Let me see what else you got there.
Yeah, I'm selling mine tomorrow.
You do a quick flip. Okay.
I mean,
Ooh, like that one.
Joe, those go for money now. You
Yeah, I
know?
was going to say, send them to me if you're going to throw them in the trash.
There's only
one. But if there's
for Debbie.
if there's
That one-
specifically one you want, Mike,
No, that
you guys
one's
email the chat.
that one's being repressed. That one's repressed now. You can get that. For
Yeah, I mean, but
$25.
honestly, I'm not looking up.
Joe, do you go to Hudson Valley Vinyl?
No, I don't. I'm
Yeah.
just familiar.
Yeah, man, you can get the OJCs, but the box now, all analog cut. It's miles away, man. Get the box.
Yeah.
So yes, actually, I have
My
been to
box
Hudson
is
Valley.
enjoying. My box has been vacationing on a FedEx truck.
Oh yeah.
Is that
It's safe and sound on a
what's that
FedEx
from?
truck in
I don't know
the
how
parking
safe-
lot
I don't know.
out
How
in sunny California.
It's
Yeah.
probably all melted.
Oh,
Your
let's
box
show
is
a
getting
record.
a tan.
Let's show some records. Has anybody heard of this?
No.
So it's on ECM. It says Shankar on it, and then it says Shankar, Caroline. I don't know who these people are. I'm guessing Ravi Shankar, but
Are you
Steve
trying to
Vai. Do what?
Are you trying to steal my thunder?
How am I stealing your thunder?
I'm the guy who just showed 18,000 Robbie
Shankar albums.
Hey, it's my turn, bro. It's my stream. So there. Yeah.
Why are you
Stop
copying me?
Bogarting, Rob. Rob,
got
stop
Steve Vai.
Bogarting.
Gilbert Kaufman and Percy Jones on bass. I have no idea, but it's sealed, so I bought it. So maybe I can do Maybe I can steal your format of opening a 40-year-old sealed record.
No,
too.
no. Well, I'm just curious why you just picked it up and bought it. Did you stream it on your phone before you bought it?
No, it was $5. I didn't care. I just thought it looked cool, so I bought it.
Rob, next time you do the 40-year-old, you really need to give it a good sniff when you cut
have
the
you
sip.
watched my videos? That's all I do.
That's
all I do is sniff them.
A solid enough sniff.
Yeah,
Oh, sniffle is different.
record, too.
That's Al Di Meola?
Yeah.
It's good.
Another $5. Here's another one.
It's a good one.
You know, that dude looked like he was 48 when he was like 21.
That's fair.
Still looks the same.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, now he's like 68.
Have y'all heard of Ray Bryant? Because I had not.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
I see his stuff a lot. I don't own any of it.
Weird you show that, Chris.
Huh?
He might be. He looks like a lady.
That's not him. I mean, maybe it is.
This is an OJC on New Jazz. Ray
Hang
Bryant
on.
solo.
What do we got?
Man,
here?
that reminds me. That reminds me of those days I would wake up at the last stop of the Caltrain. It's like, man, where am I?
Oh, Ray Bryant?
Yeah, I just picked it up on a whim. I don't
Have you
have
listened to
anything
it
else
yet?
by Ray Bryant now.
Yeah, me either. But this one's got him on it, and then Richard Davis on bass, Clark Terry on flugelhorn. So that's kind of cool.
Oh, yeah.
Then I got another. Hang on. This is another Gato Barbieri record, so I'm kind of stuck on that guy. I just buy all his records when I see them.
I left one at the estate sale.
Oh, you should have got it, dude. His records are great. They're like
It was a little scuffed up.
that's fair. They're like Latin jazz.
Yeah, he's a saxophone player, right?
Crazy saxophone. Yeah.
He always wore that hat and those funky glasses.
Yes, exactly. Or just the hat, man. Look at that.
That's cool. Yeah, very Argentina, Uruguay. Yeah.
Yeah, he made love to that sax.
Oh, that's
And the hat.
sweet. That's sweet, Kevin. I want that
Yeah,
record.
that's cool. Yeah.
Here's a weird one. Oh shit! If y'all have heard of any of these people, I'll be shocked. So it's called Modal Soul.
What record label is that on? Is that Muse?
Yeah, it's Muse. Yeah,
Oh, is it me?
Muse, but it's like Timeless Muse or something. Look, it's weird.
Yeah, I see
Well,
the TI
no, okay.
in there.
So here's the deal with that record. If it's Timeless Muse,
Yeah,
they probably just got the U.S. Rights to Timeless Records.
right. Because this was recorded in Holland.
Yeah. So then, Music on Vinyl is doing the celebration of Timeless Records.
Oh no shit. Okay.
Right. I've showed that Archie Shep I showed is one of them. They have they did a Bill Evans. There's a Art Blakey that just came out.
I picked that up from your.
That's Art Blakey. Hang on. Let's see. Oh
Picked
yeah.
up the Archie Shep. Yeah, that thing is great.
Oh,
isn't
yeah.
it?
It's pretty
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Oh, well, I made you big, Nate. Oh my God, Mike,
Sorry.
stop fighting me. Stop fighting.
They have a Barney Weiland.
How do you know
coming
it's
out.
me?
Because only you can do it. Hello.
Oh,
What, rest in peace. Ramsey Lewis passed away last week.
Yeah, you did.
yeah.
I know. Someone said they opened a sealed copy.
Yeah, keep up, man. Come on.
Yeah. Got to give some respect when
I mean,
respect is due.
everyone should have that the In Crowd live album. That's really good.
Absolutely. Have y'all ever heard of Bill Doggett?
Yeah, he stole that look from my grandfather.
Yeah.
I've never heard of him. What is he?
I don't know. I've never listened to the record. It's on.
Man, you're an easy sell.
Dude, I
I
just
think
buy
he
shit.
plays
Yeah.
harpsichord.
I paid $20 for this record too. It's on roulette. But it's
Can you
like
show the label? Chris,
Hey.
can you show the label?
Hey, Chris, there's a bridge I have for sale. You want to buy it?
Yeah, probably. It's that cool, like actual roulette looking.
That is a good roulette.
Yeah, it's, I mean, the vinyl's like
That's
this.
clean.
You know,
Yeah.
for the roulette records sell good. I have that Count Basie record that everyone should
Atomic
own.
Mr. Basie.
Yeah.
These are all records my wife bought me when she was in St. Louis, and just
Oh, I'm selling that tomorrow.
Ooh.
Sweet cover.
yeah, it's a cool cover. Right?
That's
I haven't heard
crazy.
this one either, but it's on Polydor.
That record is very Smurfy.
It is very Smurfy. This one's interesting. So this is on Limelight. It's like a 10-year anniversary Charlie Parker memorial record.
Does it sound like it was recorded in the men's room?
No, dude, it was recorded in 1965, so no.
Oh, it's a tribute record, then.
Yeah, it's got Dizzy, Lee Konitz, James Moody, Roy Eldridge, Coleman Hawkins, Kenny Dorham, Roy Haynes, Tommy Porter. I mean, a bunch of people. Like, so that's kind of neat.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, here's an interesting one. Do y'all have this OJC, Blues for Tomorrow?
No, not at all. Is that a comp, or they're all playing together?
No, it's kind of a comp. But it's definitely a comp, but it's really cool. I mean, it's got Sonny Rollins, Coleman Hawkins, Bobby Despar, Herbie Mann, Art Blakey, Gigi Grice. I've got a copy of this already. This is a sealed OJC that she found. So I'm gonna see what it's worth. I'm gonna sell it, but because mine's weird though. It's got like a bunch of library shit on it.
If you're up for doing a DCLT with the old one, let me know.
Okay.
Bring me up to speed. What's the LT stand for?
Love Train.
Yes.
Oh,
interesting.
Lice detected.
That's pretty cool.
LT.
So this is another comp. BCLP.
Break, dude. I'm tired. It's late mid.
Vinyl Community Love Train. Free records.
So that's a comp.
Yes,
Joe, I just shot you a friend request on Facebook.
That's creepy.
So I can follow up with the Bill Evans.
With it.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
I'm feeling very much FOMO right now.
And then here's another comp, and then almost done. I promise. So these are neat. I have all of these. I think I already have this one, but Riverside History of Classic Jazz. So they put out 4 or 5 of these in the 50s, I guess, late 50s. But they're like all old, big spider back. Like this is all exactly. Here's one Rob will be interested in.
Oh, is that Ravi Shankar and his sister?
No, it's the Radha from the Krishna Temple. I guess it's like George Harrison.
Oh, look at that. He produced that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
It says produced by George Harrison.
Oh, wow.
If Mazzy was here,
yeah,
he'd
where's
tell
Mazzy
our story about that record.
I'm sure he would. I think that's it.
I saw Ravi Shankar in concert, and it was the weirdest group of characters because you had the Beatles fans, you had tons of people in Indian garb. Like it was just the heterogeneity of the crowd was bizarre.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send you that link, Chris. We'll see what the Peanut Gallery thinks of when.
So I'm missing Peanut Gallery. So as the Temple Turner says, he has that Bell Doggett, and it's great. He's an organ player. Sweet. I like organ records.
Cool.
All right, I have another record I can unbox.
We'll start opening it now, and then tell us when it's unboxed, and we can.
What is? I'll just So okay, so here it is.
I always had a Bill Evans box to open.
I do.
Ooh, yeah. Chris, you want to do that?
I don't know. Maybe. Sure. Why not? It's right there.
So how many of you listened to Joe? Why? No?
I haven't had a chance today.
Okay. Which one are you going to listen in order, or is there one you want to listen to the most?
Probably Sunday. That's my favorite of the bunch.
I'll tell you one thing. I have a twofer with what was his first album? God, I'm having a brain fry. With it's not Everyone Digs, it's the
black cover?
Yeah,
the one where he's sitting in the street. The one where he's sitting in the street.
I don't know the name of it.
Huh?
Yeah.
I know which one you're talking about. No,
yeah, that
New Jazz Conceptions.
The twofer version that I have sounds amazing. So I'm waiting for that when I get the box, because that thing is, I can't imagine how it'll melt my ears.
It's that twofer psychosomatic.
No, it's just whatever way they would mastered the twofer. When I put it on, it was like incredible. Like it just sounded so good.
Is that a milestone twofer?
Probably recorded well. It was recorded well.
Yeah. I mean, this twofer here sounds amazing. Do you guys have this one?
Yeah. Well, what technically is that? Is that the
is that the Sax Colossus?
Saxophone Colossus, I think.
I know. I'll tell you one two for is the
Sonny Rollins plays for Bird and Sonny Rollins +4. That's what's here.
Oh, the Play for Bird, but I have that Analog Productions.
Yeah, me too. That one is amazing.
The Sonny Rollins Blue Note reissue series from the 70s is extra stuff from Live at the Village Vanguard, and that sounds crazy good.
Yeah.
They need to do like a 3 or 4 disc of Sonny Rollins at the Village Vanguard, because they have enough to fill up like 3 or 4 albums.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
Yeah, I missed those one, but these are the blue labels: Sonny Rollins 1 and 2. And,
they need to put those out. Those is classic.
Next time, I think you can still buy this at the Music Matters website. I think it's like 124, 150.
It's balloon in price. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think it's 125.
It's like $200.
But here's an OG first press, super near mint that I got this week. I think Rob saw it. You guys saw it.
Yeah.
$20. $20.
I need to get. I've passed that up too many times. It's hard to find.
This is really good. This is really good.
I'm selling the other one, the 33 of the other one, because I got the 45.
Which one?
Empathy.
Empathy, yes.
Oh, I got a freaking box. I don't even know what's in it. Should I open it?
Look, I think we're waiting on Mike.
Leave it closed.
Mike already cut the tape, didn't he?
Yeah, it's Mike's turn.
I can go quick. I just didn't want to disrupt the Bill Evans flow with
No, you're good.
Bill Evans record.
I'll be right back. It's all you, man. Go for it.
All right. Okay. So this is supposed to be near mint, media condition, sleep conditions, VG plus. The comment is LP is gorgeous. Jacket with light edge wear, but otherwise very nice. Includes original sleeve. Nice copy. Got this for very cheap, and you'll see why. These records are generally very cheap. And then I purchased this. I believe, Rob, you were here when I actually pulled the trigger. This is the Silver Blue, and the first track on this is just Al Cohn and Dexter Gordon playing sax together.
Yeah.
The record, that's called On the Trail. And this is the same session as True Blue, which is another record on Xanadu. So these Xanadus are something I'm just kind of learning about now. They're similar to the Pablos in the sense that these are, the same guys, older musicians. The covers are terrible. I mean, they're not really that great. But here you can see there's 2 tenors. So you got Al Cohn, Dexter Gordon. And then the 2 trumpet players are Blue Mitchell and I think Sam Noto, with Sam Jones on bass, Hayes on drums, and Barry Harris, I guess, also plays drums, right? What is he playing?
Yeah.
I
have several Xanadu.
No, he's on piano. Barry Harris on piano.
Yeah, they usually sound very good, but Xanadu did a lot of reissue, or not, like old recordings that they put out on vinyl.
Yeah. Do we all have it?
Great.
Interesting, the inverse colors.
Yeah.
Hold on. So mine is a silver. It's considered. So this pressing I have here is called the Xanadu Silver Series. Chris, were you showing True Blue or Silver Blue?
True Blue.
Okay, so this one's Silver Blue. So this is the second part of that session.
Nice.
And what's cool? They're both good, but what's cool about this one is On the Trail just has 2 tenors. It's just them playing around. So that's kind of cool. And then let's just quickly look at the wax. Let me just make myself a little big. Okay. So this is supposed to be near mint. So that basically means this is like unplayed. My dog is barking.
There's some more peppers on Xanadu I want to get.
Relax. Okay. And actually there are definitely some. Wait, no, maybe not. Thought I saw hairlines. No. Yeah, this looks clean. Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, cool.
Anyway. So this is my second Xanadu. I probably won't get too many more. The ones I have. Hey! Dog's just playing. I have this one, and then I got a Jimmy Heath one recently, which is right here. And this one, I played this one. If you're going to get, I only have the 2, but this one is really, really good. Like this could easily be like a Jazzland or like a Riverside record if you were to tell me that's what it was. So it's got Jimmy Heath, Barry Harris, Sam Jones, Billy Higgins. So classic lineup. but they're all a little older. But this thing really, really good, and it's cheap. I think I got this for like $10, so worth checking out. And these sound really good. They're the covers, kind of look lame, but actually this one's not so bad. But the sound quality of these I would put them on par with Pablo. Like they're very good.
Yeah, they're great. I have a Doker Coker, a couple of his records. The stuff's good.
Yeah, if anyone in the Peanut Gallery has Xanadu, let us know what you think.
Well, they do. I mean, Notes and Tones says he's got about 20 of them. He's going to do a video about them. That's cool.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, yeah. That'll be cool.
I have to say, a soundtrack with Olivia Newton-John.
Yeah.
Barry Harris plays. Yeah, very nice.
These are the records I got from Analog Productions that I forgot I ordered.
Oh, sweet.
Let's see.
All right.
That was a Record Store Day record, and it came out as a regular.
Is that on Atlantic? What is that?
It's on Gearbox.
Oh, okay.
So it's Roland Kirk, tenor saxophone, Stritch, Monzella flute, nose flute, and siren. Okay. Then Stan Tracy on piano, Malcolm Cecil double bass, Ronnie Stevenson drums. I don't know anything about this. It looked cool, so I bought it. Then I got this one.
Yes, that's awesome.
Nice. Yeah, I heard that's amazing.
Beautiful. But I'm selling my 33 tomorrow of it.
Yeah, I got the 45 on your record.
Is that an OG you're selling?
Yeah.
What's the condition?
VG Plus. Sounds good. Might have like indiscriminately sounds, but it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Can you tell us about the Gearbox label? Joe, do you know anything about the Gearbox label? I thought you were talking about them earlier.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got that on Gearbox, and I've also got, let me find it. I was going to show it earlier, but I didn't. Hang on.
It's the box that you have your gears in.
So the Gearbox, so the little bit that I know of Gearbox is they're a British label, and I don't know, I don't think they're all analog, but I think they do, they take really good care of their mastering chain. And yeah, Joe, you did show that tuba record you show, the Fire one. That's a Gearbox release.
Theon Cross,
and you can see on the back they tell all the details of how it was recorded to the lathe, like the brand of the lathe.
Right. Another one, of theirs that I got recently.
So,
how cool is
Gearbox
that?
is LOL or Wax Time. No, Harry, it is not like Wax Time. I think Gearbox is a reputable, above board label.
So it says they have analog chain vinyl and digital mastering, full analog and digital production facility with a studio.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I think Ken McAuliffe did a video on them.
Oh, really?
That's cool. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did like a whole London jazz scene video, and I think they came up a lot.
Yeah, they do. They can do AAA, and they also do direct to disc.
Fancy, man! I'm really excited about Kevin Gray's stuff that he's going to do with his new studio.
Oh yeah.
Well, he has one album that I thought he said was coming out by the end of the year.
Yeah, he did. I'm going to probably pick that.
And that was that wasn't it like a female sax player or something? They were talking about. I think they brought her up on screen.
I think so.
It looked pretty cool.
You have that Monk Notes and Tones? I haven't listened to it yet.
Which female sax player is that, Mike?
I'd have to look. Let me see if I could find out the information. What's his label called? Does anybody know? Rob, you know the name of
Coherent.
Coherent. Okay.
I have the Victor Feldman album. That is the one record he put out in the late 70s.
Really?
Yeah.
His label is called Coherent.
I talked to him at a record show. I said, I have that Victor Feldman. He goes, well, we did one other, but it never came out.
Oh, wow. I tried to friend him on Facebook, and he never accepted
me too.
Well, he's very picky who he's friends with.
It hurt me very badly.
So what is it called? Like Coherent, like records?
Coherent Records or whatever.
Coherent Audio.
Still,
I don't think he formally has announced it yet.
Maybe not. I thought
Candy Dulfer, is that the name? Candy Dulfer?
No, Candy Dulfer's been around forever. She's a hot Scandinavian sax player.
That's her. That's who. Yeah, he's putting a record out by her.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so. Crazy. I mean, that from what I remember, that matches the description.
I mean, she was big 20 years ago. I think maybe a little sooner.
Let me see.
Because people would go, that hot chick can play the saxophone.
Bam.
Oh yeah, we never stopped there. Interesting.
Have y'all got any of the we released jazz stuff? I know I showed that
The Ryo Fukui.
Yeah, Ryo Fukui record.
Scenery, yeah, it's great.
I ordered another one today from them on Bandcamp called The Cat or something. Are you familiar with that one, Joe?
I'm not.
Let's see. Did y'all ever buy anything on Bandcamp? It's kind of a neat way to do it. Cat by let me maybe I can play some of it. Let's see. Hang on. If I can share my screen.
Cat by Hiroshi Suzuki, the trombonist. Yeah, I've seen that record before.
Yeah.
Hang
on. Let me get the machinations working here. So yeah, I've only bought a couple things from them. Obviously that Imogene record, and then they sell the We Release Jazz sells all their stuff via Bandcamp, which is kind of neat. But let's see if I can play some of this. I don't know, it says play, but nothing's happening. So this may be anticlimactic.
You have to click the little thing down at the bottom.
Yeah, I want to get those two records, the Cat and the.
It's down at the bottom of your screen, doesn't it say skip sharing? Stop. Oh, never mind. That's something. Never mind.
It's StreamYard, yeah. But yeah, that's what it looks like. So it's kind of neat. I don't know anything about it, but I really this record was insane. I love this record.
So good.
It really is. And then Mike has one that he showed in our piano, top piano record or top piano, jazz piano people.
It was the New York one.
Huh?
It was him in New York.
Yeah.
Have you bought any of the stuff from Coal Mine, Chris?
No, never heard of it.
Coal Mine Records. It's got the Delvin Lamar organ trio. You probably heard of him.
That's a sore subject.
Uh-oh.
So tonight, I mean, my wife went and saw Pearl Jam twice over the last week and a half, and she brought back the Corona. I muted myself, sorry. So I think I might have Corona because I've been feeling kind of shitty like the last day. So tonight, 5 miles from my house, there's the jazz revival band from New Orleans or whatever's playing, and then he was opening up for them.
Okay, so it's a different sax player actually. I'm going to drop her name in the chat here. This is who it is that Kevin Gray's producing.
Edkins.
Huh. Yeah.
But yeah,
there's an Analog Planet article on it. I guess that Bremer did back in January when he was with Analog Planet. So I'll drop that here too. But this goes into it a little bit. So he's going to produce her album.
But instead of going to that show, I'm here with you all. So,
well, I'm sorry, we're a bad third place choice.
He's signed on Coal Mine. I mean, if you're into that like soul jazz organ stuff, I picked this one on Pop Coal Mine's website. And I really, really like it.
Didn't he have a record store day something recently? Is that it? Maybe. Hang on.
No, this isn't him. This is a different group.
Oh, okay.
This is called Blast Furnace.
That sounds
cool. Cash Players.
Nice.
But yeah, I have some of the Delvin Lamar stuff. Yeah, I think he did have an RSD release.
Yeah, I don't think I got that one. So it looks like there's going to be some sweet stuff coming up for Black Friday. That Ahmad Jamal stuff looks cool.
My attitude towards that is give it a month, it'll drop in price, and then you get it. But it's technically Elemental, but it's Zeb Elemental. I like that. Pepper
it's called
Adams,
the Jazz Archaeologist or something, right?
No, it's
Jazz Detective.
It's technically Zeb Feldman's nickname. That was his nickname. But Elemental, Pepper Adams that came out is fantastic. If you can find that, get that.
Yeah.
But they did a reissue of the Bill Evans at Mont that Acoustic Productions has that people say is horrible.
Who did that one? Elemental?
Element.
Hey, Andy.
But I want to get that all that stuff. I'm gonna maybe the Jocko I'll get because that'll sell out and it's a repress, technically a repress of the 2017.
Yeah.
Which one, the Jocko?
Yeah, the Jocko.
Elemental, I'm not sure is it affiliate or something. They're based in Europe. They're based in Holland.
No. Well, technically, the guy's in Canada. The guy who runs it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, they shipped me a record. They're in Holland.
They probably do all their assembly and pressing there, but he's out of Canada. He's like a one-man show.
Yeah.
Now, what's the story with the Candid Thelonious Monk? Do we think that that's going to be like, because they kind of did that with Max Roach too. They released it for Record Store Day, but then it's also coming out as part
here's
of
the story with Candid. They only have one record out. All the others have been delayed.
Yeah, that's true.
And here, the only way I know is Fred Putterman.
Yeah, he got the Abbey Lincoln. Yeah, and they were.
And it didn't sound good. It was a bad pressing. So that
wasn't there the We Insist, dude? Don't they have We Insist out? That was a Record Store Day release.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they were also releasing it as just a standard release.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, but right now you can only. I don't even know if the Max Roach came out as a standard release. It was supposed to. I think the one you can get is the Record Store Day record.
Correct.
Look, I'm more interested in the Booker Irvin and the Booker Little one that they're supposed to.
Yeah, the Booker Little one is, and the Cecil Taylor.
Well, we convinced Mazzy to buy every single one of them, apparently, so he's pissed because they're not there yet. Like, it's our fault.
You have a strange influence over him.
It's good.
D. Walrus said that Delvin Lamar used to work for him. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, that is sweet. Paul, so I had the same experience. I went and saw Steely Dan, like, I don't know, 2 months ago, and it was awesome, but it was also kind of, I don't know, just weird, because most shows I go to, like, everybody's standing up and dancing around and stuff, and everybody at the Steely Dan concert was, like, 70, so I don't know.
Yeah, you can't get good the Booker Irvin. I've been trying to get a lot of his stuff. Like I have that Blue Note reissue series stuff, which technically he was a sideman on both those records.
On what?
The Blue Note. Here, I'll show you.
Well, then they did that Bethlehem reissue series with Motor City.
Those are not the best.
Oh yeah.
I know.
They're fine. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So these have come out.
2 for Tommy over here.
Like
What records are on that? What records are on that? What records are on that?
They've come out. One is the Horace Perline album, and the other.
Is that a fuzzy baby ducks can?
Oh, yeah, it is. Good eye.
I mean, when this was put out, they were two not released, but one got run. The Horace Perline got released in the early '90s by Blue Note, and I think it was Music Matters. But the second one, I don't know at the top of my head what that one is.
Does it say the name?
No, because when this came out,
63 and a 68 section.
Yeah, when this came out, these were unreleased. Since then, they both come out as albums.
There's one called The In Between that's really good of his that I like on Blue Note.
I have another beat up copy of one of his records. I mean, these were unreleased. Andy, come on, man, listen. Here, let me look it up.
Yeah, that the In Between is really cool. It came out in '68, and it's got let's see who else is on it. A bunch of people I've never heard of, I guess. Yeah, basically, but it's a good one. It's
I think your brother. I think Luke bought I have one of these. I think I sold to your brother. Back from the Gig is technically. Obviously, these were unreleased. Then I have to look them up.
Yeah, because I think all their Music Matters were the Horace Perline. They were regular releases.
Yeah, they released a lot, like the Lee Evans Procrastinator.
Oh, yeah.
They put that out when it was Lee Morgan, Lee Evans.
They did Happy Frame of Mind, right? Didn't they do that on Music Matters?
Yeah. It's actually back in stock in Music Matters. It was out of stock. It's back in stock at the 45.
Which album?
Isn't that a Grant Green record?
I got one last week.
Who's on that
Horse
record?
Yeah.
Is Grant Green on that too?
No, it's his traditional band.
It's like Billy Higgins.
Okay, so actually, this Happy
Grant
Frame
Green.
of Mind, one of these albums is Happy Frame of Mind, and the other one is, geez, Liz, hold on.
Do you have those Prestige ones?
Is it Groovin?
You're right. Green Green's here.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
This is amazing. I mean, I think out of the Music Matters, all the records by one artist that I love them all equally is the Horace Parlan. It's a must-have. Everything.
Yeah, I don't know if I have any of his stuff.
I believe the other album is Textbook Tenor, which was only issued as a CD by Blue Note. That's this other album.
That's the
It was 2005. So it's Happy Frame of Mind and Textbook Tenor, but Tenor has never come out as a vinyl.
I only have Horace Parlan as sideman, and he's on. So Horace Parlan sideman on Dexter Gordon, Doing All Right, and then I think Stanley Turrentine Up at Minton's. He's on that too.
So yeah, Notes and Tones. No, it's not an expensive record, but it's a good one for sure.
No.
Yeah,
I gave you both albums. Leave me alone.
His only record that did not come on Music Matters is this one here on the Analog Productions.
Hey Rob, you know what record?
Moving and Grooving.
Okay.
Well, you know what's really
which pressing is that?
Analog Productions, right?
That's the 45. Yes, Analog Productions.
You can. Horace Parlan did a lot of late stuff with R.G. Shepp. That's very good.
He's on that.
Oh yeah,
I think he's on that Black Ballads.
Yeah. No, it's both of them on the Black Ballads. But the one I picked up one of those the current steeplechases you can get. They're horrible. They're badly pressed. They're noisy.
Oh, good.
But there is a Pure Pleasure double album. I think right before Mal Waldron passed away that he did with Archie Shepp. It's all similar. The stuff he did with Horace Parlan, they're very similar. It's just piano and saxophone. It's good stuff.
Yeah, that's cool. I like those. Like Steeplechase does a lot of those. Like I have an Archie Shepp with it's like Neil Hennings or Sid Peterson or whatever. And it's just the two of them, so sax and bass. And like they do a lot of that stuff where it's just like a duet.
Less traditional.
Yeah, and it's cool. It's different. It works. Steeplechase has some really great records.
Do y'all read any jazz books?
Yes, I have some that I've been reading.
The Impulse one is a must read, I think.
Yeah,
Hey, cool. If you like Dexter Gordon, I've been listening to it on Audible. It's called Sophisticated Giant, and his last wife made it. It's freaking great, man. It's really killer.
I passed on. I found a OG steeplechase Dexter Gordon, but it's with an orchestra. I passed on that today.
Andy, I actually Andy saying he has this steeplechase Going Home with Parlan and Shepp. I actually saw this in a record store and I passed on it, and then I regretted it, so I went back and it was sold.
Yeah, but the problem, you can get those current pressings, but they're badly pressed. They're very noisy.
Well, this was an OG. It was an OG
because
and it was affordable. That was the thing. I went home and I saw it. It's let me see how much it goes for.
It's just like your life story, Mike.
Well, because I'm real picky and I don't want. I hate regretting a purchase. It kills me. I don't know why. It really rips me apart.
Andy,
I buy something I don't want.
I picked up the gospel one, and just the pressing, it was just so noisy I couldn't get it clean, and I just sent it back.
Yeah,
this is.
I have that. I have that one.
Zoom.
Wait. Oh, I was just trying to share my screen at the same time you did. I was like,
that's not me.
Can you make it a little bigger, Chris?
Oh, hang on, that's me. Yeah, I wasn't trying to share this, but yes, that's.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, that's what I thought you were. Okay.
No, it's okay. That's the record I was talking about. It's pretty cool.
Nice. Okay, yeah. Let me try to show mine here.
There you go.
Okay, so this is the Horace Parlan Going Home.
We believed you, Wax. Don't worry.
No, people don't believe anything I say.
All right, so there's 52 for sale. Let's see how affordable this sucker is right now.
This weird label.
5 in the United States. There's CD.
I love the shopping with Mike segment.
No shit.
These are all
Is this-
CDs.
Is this
Okay,
the
one
album?
LP for $100. Andy,
Wow.
do you have an OG of this? Because it has spiked in price. Holy crap!
Wow.
And it's VG. Woo!
It doesn't sell.
100
well.
and-
Wow. See, now
108
I really
watts.
regret passing on this. I think he had it for like 15 or 20 bucks. I remember being totally reasonable.
Scroll down, Mike. I think it's at 108 watts.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Where do you see that? Oh
Right.
yeah.
108 people
Not
want it.
enough once to pay $100 for it yet.
Now I think there's a second Archie Shepp horse parliament on Steeplechase. Let me see if I can find that.
No, there's a bunch. There's a
Yeah,
bunch.
Right,
Trouble
there's
in
going.
Mind.
Oh, this one here.
Yeah.
So Archie Shepp horse, Trouble in Mind.
Yeah, that's the one I bought. The current one, don't buy that one.
Okay, let's see. Let's see how much this one's going for. I mean, obviously, you could look outside the United States. I'm just filtering for what's.
Now, Mike,
local.
hang on. We need to focus on this comment. By the
Yeah,
way.
for sure.
Yeah, that's a great thing, Nicole.
You
She's
see it by it.
Definitely true.
Yeah, that's exactly. That's happened to me multiple times, and it.
Andy has a
Versus-
very callous response. That's the same thing, but
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, man, you got to buy now or cry later. Don't be,
And
this
it's
is
an
an
don't
expensive
be calling me up,
$100,
man.
man.
Hey, Chad, you got one of these under my desk for
Okay.
me. 'Cause I
Well,
ain't
this
gonna
one
have
is
it.
way. This one is
Oh,
way
yeah.
more affordable. So we have LPs in stock for reasonable prices, good condition. So I don't know how good this one is, but you
Why are
got
you
this one available.
just walking over my amazing Chad impression I was trying to lay down, man? Come on.
Oh, sorry.
It's
There's too
okay.
much going on right now.
Too much.
Yeah. So I went upstairs to pick up some stuff. Just not lose the thread on books. I'm currently reading this one because I was kind of
I
reading.
want to see books. I like books. Yeah, let's
It's
make
really good. It is.
Yeah, you like
amazing.
it?
Is this
I'll
the
have to check it
extra
out.
con one?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the revised edition.
Oh,
I mean,
nice.
he's a scholar. He's a really good researcher. It's beautiful, and you learn so much about other musicians, so not only Miles, but because he gives a background on Miles, how he got to that point,
Oh,
and
that's
then
dope.
about the recording. So there's a lot of stuff about a lot of people.
That's really
Another
cool.
book that I like, it shows jazz and other things. It's a photography book. So Lee Friedlander is a big time photographer.
Oh, that's cool.
And here there's Aretha on the cover.
Very
That's
cool.
a
Yeah.
fantastic book. And I mean, I photograph. I used to photograph a lot.
Can we see
The
it?
dark room.
Nice.
I do like this book. It's beautiful. There's even like a Mahalia Jackson,
Oh, wow.
Anna Washington. Look, it's
Hey,
cool.
Yeah,
guys,
that's
I'm gonna take off.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, bud. See you later, man.
Rob.
See you
Good
tomorrow.
Take it easy, Rob.
Talk to you
All
later.
right,
Yeah.
I picked this one up at I don't know if you guys have Ollie's around.
No, I don't.
Mike, I don't know if you're familiar with Ollie's. It's like a discount store, but
No.
for $3, I figured Life of Duke Ellington can't go wrong.
All
Haven't
right.
read it yet, but looking forward to it.
Who's the author?
Author is
Your mom. No?
Terry. If your mother's Terry Teach Out, it's by your mother. This one was also there, which I thought might be interesting at some point in time.
That's pretty awesome. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Elaine Hayes. Not familiar, but again, for a couple bucks,
Thanks,
figure it was.
Manuel. So yeah, usually when I go on Amazon to search for books, I don't buy the new ones. I try to buy like library copies.
Yeah.
If they have good, and support the libraries, and if they have good description, buy it. Another book I bought from a library. Have you guys read this one?
Oh,
No.
that looks good. That looks
It
really
is
No.
good.
That's an amazing book.
Really.
Yes. It's dark. It goes from his childhood, his upbringings, and then how he ended up where he ended up. It's
That's
kind of dark, but it's nice.
Yeah, he had a dark
I mean, to be expected, right?
Yeah.
Right?
You can't candy coat
No.
that
Yeah,
subject.
No. Yeah.
I've got a cool book here I want to show y'all, too.
Do you guys have one of these? I feel like we need an
Penguin?
updated
Oh yeah,
version
I have
of
that
this.
on my desk right now.
We need an updated version bad.
Is
Well,
it
they
old?
have the updated version, but they removed like the index or something. And I think one of the guys died, but this is the.
Oh, you have the same version. Yeah, you have the same version.
This is the 8th, and the 9th edition goes for like insane. It's like hundreds of dollars now. Because
the problem is this is so CD focused.
I have this, and then I also have. Let me see if this I found in a record shop for like really cheap, like $10 or something. But this is that Rolling Stone Jazz Record Guide. It's really thin, but it's cool because you can just find an artist, and it basically just lists out all their records, and they just have the stars next to them and a little blurb, and it's really kind of handy. And I just know this because you go to the Wikipedia pages, and sometimes they'll cite the stars here. But it only was pressed once. Like there's only one version of it, and it came out. What is this? 1985. So it's never been updated from what I understand. So. And I don't think this is expensive at all, but it's really kind of a nice addition to the big boy here.
Oh yeah.
All right, we'll show you a book. It's not jazz, but
there you go.
I think it's related. So this is called "The Warmth of Other Suns" by Isabel Wilkerson, and this is the story of the American Great Migration, which was all the black folks leaving the South from like the after World War I up into the 70s. And basically how they all, escaped all the oppression and stuff in the South to go to all the industrialized cities like Detroit, New York, LA, all that stuff. The cool thing is that's also how jazz, got spread to the entire world, right? But this book is so freaking awesome. I mean, it's horrifying, like the stories of the people that as they left. But what she does is she follows like 5 or 6 different families, like their history of them leaving the South all the way up until their deaths, basically. Wow. They all migrated like in the 30s and 40s. But one guy was a big doctor in LA. He was who was it? James Brown? Not James Brown. Ray Charles's doctor, right? And then another guy was just like on a Pullman porter on a train his whole life. But anyway, it's highly recommended. That's a really good book. It's kind of like I said, it kind of is jazz adjacent because that's how the music, moved basically.
One thing I wanted to show. Let me see if I could find a good still.
I was on YouTube today, and I subscribed to Weird History, and I never had any clue that Mussolini's son was a jazz musician. Did you guys know that?
Did not know that. Was he good?
Yeah, he performed with Duke and Ella, but right after World War II, after his father was assassinated because he was trying to flee Italy and go to Switzerland, he changed his last name because he was worried that it was going to impact his jazz career.
It's crazy.
And his actual name was Miles Davis.
Correct. No, it was Romano Mussolini, and he eventually changed it back to Mussolini, and it helped his career because people were like very intrigued by the fact that Mussolini had a son who was a jazz musician.
Yeah, we got the new one in Florida. Oh wait, I won't go there.
All right, do I have my screen still shared? Okay, so this is a new Creed Taylor documentary that just came out 3 weeks ago.
Who told us about this?
Yeah,
on Instagram.
I started watching it, and it's really good. I need to finish it, but this is Ashley Kahn. I don't know if I didn't realize this was him because I've seen him in other documentaries, so just a familiar face. But also, what's kind of interesting about this is around here we got another familiar face. You got Fremer, and he's just talking about Creed Taylor and the record quality and all that stuff. So so you get some cool cameos from some familiar faces, and then you have Ron Carter in here.
Nice.
You have Creed Taylor himself talking about stuff. So it's a cool one. I'll drop it into the chat if anybody wants to bookmark it.
Yeah,
the whole thing's available to watch, and it just came out 3 weeks ago, and pretty timely given his passing. So worth bookmarking and checking out later. Or
watch that after the stream.
Yeah.
Ron Carter is a really good Facebook follow too, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's friend or whatever on Facebook. He's posting all the time. It's really cool.
Yeah, he engages a lot too, which is cool.
He does. Yeah, he's also. I mean, the thing that sucks about living in Texas. That's why I was so excited to go to that show tonight. There's just no jazz here ever. There's nothing, right? It's not like New York.
Where are you in Texas?
Fort Worth. Right outside Dallas. But it's just like, I can go to New Orleans and see all the old, New Orleans style stuff, I guess. I need to go. Oh my God, what's the guy's name? So Wynton Marsalis, right? his brother Jason's a drummer and a vibes player, and he's on TikTok, and he does lives all the time on TikTok. It's really he's really cool guy. He just shows CDs and talks about stuff, but he plays all the time in New Orleans, so I'd love to check him out sometime.
Do you ever go into the city at all, Mike, and see?
No, I don't. I mean, I go into the city for work mostly, and I usually will hit up Jazz Record Center pretty much, and then I may go to what's the other one? Academy Records and A1 Records, but it's kind of hard to get cross town and then back to Grand Central. So I usually just go Jazz Record Center, then Grand Central.
Could you go to like one of these jazz, the existing jazz clubs that work?
Yeah.
You should take some video.
If I have no one to go with, so I mean, I guess I can go by myself. But yeah, Joe, if you ever
I mean,
like Ron Carter comes through, let's go check him out.
Yeah, I was in Baltimore for work, and my hotel just happened to be right above a Keystone Corner, and I went in and caught. I mean, there's no one big, but
it's live jazz, though, man.
Right, exactly.
Amazing, right?
I was somebody. I forget his name. A couple streams ago, Chris, I sent you a link to share a video, and it came in choppy. Do you remember his name? Can't even remember his name, but this guy is a piano player, and
Emmett Cohen.
Emmett Cohen. He was playing piano, and Ron Carter. I think it was Ron Carter. It was like his trio, and he was playing the Village Vanguard for like 2 weeks or maybe a week. I forgot what it was, but I didn't have anybody to go with, and it was at the Village Vanguard. I'm not going to go by myself. But yeah, next time, like if something comes up like that, I'll let you know, Joe, if you're interested.
For sure.
That'd be fun. Super jealous now.
Yeah, Chris, you should come up.
Fly up for that.
And I'm serious about the cemetery tour too. Like,
I've heard the Woodlawn Cemetery.
Yeah, I've heard.
Yeah, that's where Miles Davis is buried. Yeah, my wife is a birder, and she'll go birding like in that cemetery because apparently it's a good place to go birding. And the first time she went, she came home. She's like, "There's like a lot of jazz musicians buried there." I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
Oh shit!
I think Duke Ellington's there. Yeah.
And they play jazz concerts there.
Yep. Yeah. There's like a jazz corner. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, New York City's the hub. I mean,
it's a big
hub for sure.
Big one. What's crazy is I used to work on 52nd Street, and I didn't even know the history of 50 because now it's like all Broadway. So there's no, I don't think there's any clubs there anymore. But if I didn't know it was like hallowed ground with like you know Billie Holiday and all like Charlie Parker. I mean, I would have really enjoyed it a little bit more.
That's why I love Mazzy just because he's awesome, but I love his stories about all the shows he sees. Like when he does his videos and just like
amazing
this record, and I remember seeing them. It's just so cool, man.
Yeah.
The thing with Joe Harley, like if we ever were able to interview Joe, I would just want to talk about that. Like all the shows he saw, just all the there's tons of people that were around. They got to see.
I want to ask him about like his process too. Like, how do you select what you're selecting? Like, is it just your interest in this person? Or are you trying to balance it with what you already put out? Is it how do you arrive at like, yes, we're going to press this one? Because he has a huge like selection that he can choose from. So for him to be able to select, how many Tone Poets get put out every year? Felipe, do you have a sense of how many? Is it maybe 2 per month? I mean, so definitely no more than 20.
Yeah, normally 2 per month.
Yeah,
it's like 18.
They haven't been on the 2 per month.
8 a year, yes.
Yeah, well, just because of Blue Train.
And they did the Ornette Coleman box set, so that slowed everything down. I feel like every year they kind of pick a big project that tends to.
It feels like it was like 2 every 40 days or something, right? Or
in the amount that they could select from. I mean, obviously the stuff he did for Music Matters is off the table for the most part, so that cuts it down. But then he has Pacific Jazz. And he also has the rest of Blue Note, and I don't know. I would just love to hear like.
Well, and I mean, they did like Solid State. They did Chick Corea.
Oh, that's right. And then they have access to other stuff too.
That Chick Corea is saying, by the way, I love that record so much.
You name it.
Hey Joe, I was looking at. I shared this with Felipe and Chris, but I was looking at Pacific Jazz earlier on the Discogs. And a Lee Morgan came up on Pacific Jazz, and I was like, "What is this?" And it's the side. So Pacific Jazz put out the Sidewinder like late '70s, I think.
It was 81, dude. It was like 81. 81. It was so weird.
And then they also put out that Chick Corea, Now He Sings, Now He Sobs. And they put out some other stuff, but it was just weird to see it with a Pacific Jazz label.
Oh, it's a real bad 80s cover, too.
Do you know?
Yeah, it is. Dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I just looked it up. It's so bad.
It is bad. I wonder how it sounds. And like, why would they pick Pacific Jazz?
Well, it was all the same. I mean, who knows?
Yeah. I mean, I guess probably just somebody who was under their like label probably wanted to do it.
Marketer or whatever.
Just how hard.
So Concord, right? We talked about Concord earlier. They own Fantasy, which owns Riverside and everything else, Prestige, all that shit, right?
Yeah.
So they are not owned by Universal, but Universal is their distributor, which I thought was interesting.
Oh, okay.
But
that
it's
makes
not
sense.
their parent company.
Like a partnership, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
They own the rights, but UME does the distribution.
Right.
That makes sense.
I wish somebody
Coca-Cola does that. Like they're like a bottling company, and like other companies will use them for distribution.
Have you guys seen these?
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Have you seen these line drawings that this woman does? Who's in? I think it's the Jazz Vinyl Lovers group.
Oh, let me just make you big just so we can see them.
Yeah, I'll grab one off.
Oh, those are cool.
I mean, she claims that she closes her eyes and listens to an album. This is Lee Morgan.
Oh,
dope.
So she claims she closes her eyes, doesn't pick the pen up, and in a single, basically just scribbles it out.
I've never seen that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is that a print or is that like a one?
It's just a print.
Okay.
She shipped them directly from Germany. Let me find her.
That's pretty neat.
Those are cool.
Did y'all remember the guy in JVL that posted all the alternate covers that he made?
Oh yeah, he's super cool too.
That
yeah,
was cool, man.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh yeah, that was great.
I don't know if I could find it now. Ever
I need
since
to
the
post
move, everything.
Yeah, I haven't been posting.
Oh, here. Felip has
there, Joe. Obviously, you are if you're about those records.
I'll wait till Felip comes back, but I'll show. We both purchased this, and Felip has it, so I'll just wait for him. Hey, Felip, I was going to show. Joe was showing some of his like jazz artwork, like inspired artwork by artists, and I know that you have a copy of this, but I also grabbed one. This is John DeVore is also. I think he's like a trained like.
He graduated
art school.
Like DeVore Fidelity, John DeVore?
Yeah. So he has this on his Etsy account.
Etsy, yes.
And mine is number 1 out of 20.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. So I was pretty happy to grab that.
I have one of those, yes.
I can't afford his speakers, but I can afford his print.
Where are your speakers at, Felipe? Are they just holding them until you move?
Yeah, they're in Tennessee. So Greg Roberts, he built them. He already broke them in, so they're fine to go. As soon as I get to my new address, they're going to be shipped directly there. And I actually last week I reached out to him, said, Greg, is it okay to wait? He said, no, it's fine. It's in a cinema warehouse. I'm kind of enjoying them sometimes, so it's fine. Whenever you're ready, I'll ship them.
Baggy, I do like.
That's correct, Baggy. He said that Pacific Jazz sucks.
I think a lot of their catalog is stuff I'm not interested in, but they do have gems. And I do have one gem that is coming in the mail that I don't want to speak about because I want to show it on an unboxing. So I won't say, and it is a killer record. But I will say, like, I am really diving into Pacific Jazz and not finding much.
Well, the problem is you don't know the players yet, Mike. I think that's the issue.
Yeah, but no, I mean, I'm sampling it, and like, it's the style. I'm not like into the style.
You don't have to like it.
And at least not right now. Like, I don't even think I have an OG Pacific Jazz I can pull to even show. I thought I had something. But anyway, I have the stuff the Tone Poets did. So the Jerry Mulligan one, and then I also have the Joe Pass, and then
I like the Jerry with
I like both of those. They're okay. And then there is one in the mail that I got that I'm really freaking excited for. I don't want to say what it is, but
this one's weird as fuck. Here's a weird one.
Oh yeah, that's Bud Shank.
Yeah.
Can I not paste links in the chat?
Yeah, you can.
I think we have to wrench him.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Let me wrench you up.
This one's wild though. It's like Bud Shank, but it's like a bunch of Beatles tunes and shit. And like kind of space agey weird shit, but yeah.
Baggy, I do not collect 78s.
No.
I'm not against it. I just don't.
I cannot even play 78. I don't have the speed.
That's why
Yeah,
I do have 178. It's a Frank Sinatra one, but that's it.
I have one. Let me grab it. I think it's. Oh no, it's missing. Here. That's weird.
Joe, where are you in this chat? Joe, can you drop a comment in the chat so I can wrench out? Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought I had one. I think I broke it. It was Terry Mulligan on.
Okay, you should be good.
Yeah, it's like 78. I think I broke it.
I have this one.
Your test is successful, Joe.
There you go.
So I have this 78. This is Harry James, Frank Sinatra, All or Nothing at All. And I think this is the 42 reissue. And the story behind this is that in the early 40s, there was a musician strike because the musicians were freaked out about recorded music because they thought nobody would come to the clubs to see them and their jobs would be at risk. So there was a huge strike, a musician strike. So Columbia and the labels, they went back to their back catalogs as they wanted to continue pressing stuff. Mm-hmm. So they found this old Harry James Frank Sinatra song called All or Nothing at All. It wasn't a hit when it first came out. It didn't chart. I don't think it charted. And when it came out in 42, I think this is 42, it became like a number one. And it was on like the charts for like the entire year. So there's like a zillion of these ones pressed. But this one's like super duper clean. And I'm a giant Sinatra-phile, so I just wanted this for the... It came up for cheap, and I just thought it would be cool to have.
Man, Capitol has a bunch of cool shit and a bunch of lame shit, too. You know? Like, just in general, jazz-wise.
Yeah.
They have lots of, like, easy listening stuff that sucks, but a lot of their stuff's good. But you're not talking about Capitol, you're talking about Columbia, huh?
Columbia. Yeah.
Sorry.
That's all right.
I just picked up a copy of the Francis A. and Edward K.
Oh, yeah.
Chad had mentioned it in his...
Yeah. I don't have, I have like a massive Frank collection. I don't have that one. And after he mentioned it, I went and sampled it, and it is very good.
Yeah, I haven't spun it yet, but I'm excited to. And it has that rivet that he talks about. It's like a predecessor to the cutout, I guess. There's like a rivet through the jacket.
Oh yeah, I have some of those.
Check these out. I got a couple of cool Capitol records since you brought up Frank. And Harry James was actually here. So check this one out. It's really cool looking. I just love this freaking cover.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah,
Harry James is pretty cool.
Yeah, but Harry James he was considered like one of the best at his time. Like technically, he was considered one of the best.
You know what? But what was it? So Frank started with Harry James.
Yeah.
So basically, the story is Frank was singing in a place called the Cabin in New Jersey. And somebody told Harry James that there's like this young boy singer, go check him out. So he went across the river, spoke with Frank, said, hey, why don't you come sing with us? So Harry James, he didn't necessarily discover him, but he brought him up. And then Tommy Dorsey basically stole him from Harry James. And then Dorsey played with Sinatra for like a couple of years, and then Sinatra went solo. And he still played. If you actually look at the Columbia stuff after Frank went solo, he still plays with like Harry James and Tommy Dorsey, but it's just like I guess it's a different, different arrangement or something. Because if you listen to the Dorsey stuff, when those songs start, you have Dorsey soloing, like he solos like an entire verse, right? And then later on, the vocals, and then Frank comes in. So every song, Dorsey's the lead, just like he would be if he, as a jazz band, like Miles comes in for the first solo, Dorsey comes in for the first solo. And then Frank comes in later on. So you have to kind of get through an entire verse before there's even vocals. And I love them. Those have turned, like, it took me a while, but early Frank stuff is like my favorite stuff. And the fidelity is like not great, but like there's something really special about it. But I feel like not everybody's going to be into that. I'm into it because I'm just like, obsessed with it. So
Felipe did not get the record, I don't think, right, Felipe?
Didn't get it. I sampled it. It was not into my. I don't know.
I didn't get it because Felipe didn't get it.
You should have followed me, Mike. It was a mistake.
I sampled it. And
always right.
It wasn't for me.
All right, let me show you one more Capitol real quick. This is a freaking cool record. So, Session at Midnight, Jazz Reading at Melrose. So, it's got a bunch of old dudes on it, from back in the day here.
Harry Sweets Edison.
Yeah, Benny Carter, Plas
He
Johnson.
played with Frank. So Harry Sweets Edison played trumpet on Wee Small Hours.
Yeah, this is a really cool record, though. There's another one, too. I can't remember the name of it. It's something similar, though. It's really cool. But that cover is just super badass.
You know what kind of sucks with those early Frank records is they don't list out who the musicians. I know there's a lot of musicians, but it would be nice to like know if you go to like the Discogs to have it. Sometimes they'll have a few of them, but I think a lot of that's just not shared. I'm sure it's known. I'm sure somebody knows who was on those.
I got this one.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's a compilation from his 50s stuff, and yeah, there's some good stuff on there. Yeah. It's got like Love and Marriages on there. I mean, it's basically, so that record, it's not like a compilation of his albums, it's a compilation of his singles. So it is a good one to have in his Capitol years.
Here's another cool one. Check this out. So,
oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's Stan Kenton and God, what's her name? Christy. What's her first name? I've gone blank.
June Christy?
Huh?
June Christy?
I don't know. Is that her name? I've gone blank. Shit.
I think so. There is a June Christy singer.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right. But anyway, she was in his big band like back in the 40s, and this is just a record with him playing piano and her singing. It's pretty cool.
I think June Christy has a Capitol record called Something Cool, and there's a 10-inch and a 12-inch. It's like it's a nice little vocal record.
Yeah, the Capitol stuff's cool. It's cheap as hell usually, but some of it's crap. Like I said, and there's a bunch of like mood music shit disguised as jazz. Like, I think this is one of them. Like, this one's not that great, I don't think, but I've got it. So, here's an example of one that's not as great. Like, I don't remember. I haven't listened to this in a long time. It's like Mellow Mood, Bobby Hackett with like an orchestra. I mean, cool cover.
Joe, do you go down like rabbit holes? Like, Chris knows that like I'll get like obsessed about like a label or a musician, and then I'll just for like a week just like look for everything I can afford by that, whatever I'm looking at.
Yeah. Yes and no. I mean, there's a cool place near me in Warwick, New York that's got a huge jazz selection, and anything that's not price tagged is $5.
Oh wow!
And so it's kind of fun to just go kind of archaeology style and crate digging. But I mean, I definitely go down rabbit holes for sure. But
I'm in the jazz rabbit hole where I just buy everything that I see.
Yeah, it's fun for me, but especially messes me out because I feel like I need to know where I'm going next, and like, I'm now exhausting like Riverside and Jazzland, and it's like, well, where the fuck am I gonna go after that? Like who could? That's why I went to like Pacific Jazz, and I was like, oh my god, like for me, I don't know. There's just not.
How could you exhaust those? Though there's so much. I mean, it's
a lot. Well, the Riverside's easy because I can't afford half of it. That's number one. So like some of it's just I can't.
Yeah, see, I'm not in the same realm with you with regard to stressing about pressings, and I'm a little bit of the Mazzy mindset of like it's about the music.
I do care about pressing.
I'm kind of in the middle.
Mazzy said on his recent video, he said there's audio files, but then there's analog files. Did you guys hear this?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
I am like a bit of a stickler with that because I just am. I don't know.
It makes sense.
I don't know. I mean, like those Bethlehems that came out. So I think Rob was talking shit about them a little bit, but how about all four of them? They were like $20 and they sound great. They're digital.
Yeah.
You're not paying $100 for the fucking things either, right? Like they're cheap and they sound good. So I don't know.
Right, you have the music, and if you find something for a reasonable price down the road, you'll upgrade to an OG. But
sure,
to have the music is the important piece.
I bought a. Sorry, I was just going to say Felip, I think, told me about this one, but I bought the Sorcerer yesterday from MoFi, and it's 100% digital.
Oh, I would have bought that. I saw that email. I had that on my wait list. I was waitlisting that.
Yeah, and
I saw it this morning. I didn't even see it come out in my inbox, and nobody messaged me about it. So I would have bought that
because I have the Vinyl Me Please Sorcerer.
The other thing,
and it's digital, and I'm happy with it. So
that's fair.
The other thing I'm like kind of a stickler about too is I really like analog, not analog. I like acoustic. So like when Miles goes electric, I don't think I have any of that.
You'll get there, man.
Yeah, you will. You will.
But I don't know, because usually the electric stuff's more funky. It's like more 70s and 80s. And I don't know. I'm not there yet. Yeah, I guess. So, but I would say I would want to get In a Silent Way. That's like the one that I'm really interested in getting because, it sounds great and people love that album.
Yeah.
So
people talk about Nefertiti, but I do think that Miles in the Sky, Sorcerer, and Phyllis of Kilimanjaro, they're even better. I do like those ones.
I agree.
Baggy says getting analog is the fun of it, and not that I don't have a lot of digital vinyl as well.
No, I agree with that. I mean, it's the fun of it. Like, Joe Harley's Instagram, right? Like you saw that Harold Land record or whoever it was, Carmel Johnson.
Yeah.
You see that, they had the original thing that was in Rudy's hands and he made it, and you're getting a record cut directly from it. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, the difficulty of getting those tapes and access. So, Joe, I was actually sharing it on Mike and Chris when I've been reading the Kind of Blue book. Have you read it?
I haven't, no.
So the preface, he's telling how he comes together with a project, and he's allowed to go to Colombia, to Sonny, to actually listen to the tapes. He said, I went down there to like a basement, and it was like in a vault, and the technician asked me, "Are you ready?" So when he writes, I was thinking to myself, of course I am. Just play this now, sucker. And he plays it. And he said engineers from all over the building went down the basement because people actually in the building never actually listened to it or saw the tape.
Yeah.
So these people saying just be insistent and get a tape, it's not like this. It's
right.
Bremer always talks about how he was invited to listen to a Beatles like master tape.
The Monobox.
Yeah, and like he was. I think somebody invited him, and he was like, "Yeah, I want to hear it." Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, he said that Abbey Road invited him because the stereo box was shit.
That's
I guess.
Yeah.
And he gave a bad review, so they just called him. I was like, "Hey, you want to come do?" Yes.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I would love to. I commented on Rachel Ghost live stream today. They were talking about something, and I would love to like grow my Beatles collection, but I am so focused on jazz that like it's hard for me to spend the money, honestly, because there's just so much. I don't know. I'm just prioritizing jazz right now, but I really would love to have like maybe not every single Beatles record, but I'd like to get good copies of Beatles records because they are great to just throw on.
That's a fair statement, Jonathan. So he says when it comes to 70s, you don't take Donald Byrd or Freddie Hubbard over Miles.
I do like Freddie Hubbard. I am a huge fan of Freddie Hubbard.
What CTI shit is just amazing.
Oh yeah.
Freddie Freddie on Impulse is like the shit.
I think
great
Chick Corea is the one that kind of pulled me into fusion. Like,
oh yes,
like it was. A lot of people say like Bitches Brew is like what pulls them into it, but not for me. Like Chick.
Return to Forever. You like the Return to Forever record?
Yeah, like exactly.
Oh, yeah,
light as a feather and getting into that stuff. Like that's what kind of pulled me more into fusion than any of Miles stuff.
Let's not forget.
Cool. Right. I'll admit those are cool records. I have Light as a Feather. I have 3 of them, but they're not. I don't keep them. Like I keep like what I listen to a lot behind me, and then I have even all my like audiophile stuff is at the record table because it looks better out in the living room. And then I have in the storage area the stuff I just have, but I don't know what to do with. I don't listen to that much, and that's where my chicory is. Return to Forever. I won't get rid of them. I will not get rid of them, but they're not like in arm's reach.
Yeah,
that's unfortunate.
But back to the Beatles thing. I mean, I think you mentioned it earlier. I mean, I'm not after like an OG first pressing. Like as long as it's all analog, early-ish pressing, I'm pretty happy with some of the 70s rocks, like the Led Zeppelin stuff. Like as long as I have a good, clean copy that sounds pretty quiet, that was all analog because it was from the time when there wasn't anything else.
Well, Mike,
I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah, the red and blue compilation Beatles records are fucking great.
I have a really beat copy. I think of the red one, and it's
a lot of those are really beat. Yeah, a lot of those are.
there's some like 2012 or something European press that's supposed to be AAA that I have that sounds fucking amazing.
Yeah, but for
Beatles, and for me, it's perfect because I don't care about having all the Beatles records really.
Yeah,
but I like the songs, like the hits and stuff. So
yeah, I bought that Mono Masters comp that came out. I think it's like 3 discs. Shortly after the Mono box, and I mean, I'm pretty happy with that. It's got all the hits on there.
With the Beatles, though, it's similar to like Bill Evans, where I would like to have like the individual, like at least certain ones. Like I would like to have. I don't have a white album. The problem is, I was looking at getting the white album, and I know this is stupid, but you get the early pressings with the number on it, and you get the UK version with the top loader. It's like this makes me want to get like an early pressing because I want the freaking number on it for whatever stupid reason, but you pay like an extra $50 for that or more.
I mean, those are records that I feel like in your hunt for jazz, like you may stumble across them at some point.
Well, I stumbled across, but the other thing is like, I don't know what to buy. So I know for a lot of Beatles, a lot of people prefer the
UK.
And then that basically, I don't know. I mean,
you're not going to find a ton of those in the wild.
Not here. So I don't know. I don't honestly know if that matters.
Yeah, it's daunting too, because like with jazz, because I mean I buy predominantly jazz as well, and it's like I know what I'm looking at when I pick something up. Like roughly the ballpark based on the label, and but like I don't know enough about like the rock and pop labels to.
Same. I'm in the same boat with you.
Super daunting.
We need to do a video on bullshit jazz pressings though, because there's so many of them out there, man. Not just like the Wax Time and the DOL. There's just so much shit out there that is crap.
The Jazz Workshop stuff, like there's
even not for sure. But like, I mean, there's so many things when you pick up a record, like fuck, I can't believe this is here. And then you really kind of inspect it, and you're like, even if it's not like a gray market, it's like some shitty, I don't know, 90s pressing or something that just has who the fuck knows what it is, Like
a Pacific Jazz Sidewinder.
Yes,
I would prefer that. I would prefer that over one of these gray labels.
For sure.
Probably analog, but
at least that's like a
legit, God knows what source.
And I mean, think about it. You guys are here in the U.S., so abroad, every major label has subsidiaries with sub-subsidiaries, and they just release whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
With whatever cover pictures, it's just crazy. You should see the stuff that I've seen in my life so far.
Oh, I was in Jazz Record Center. I guess it was last Tuesday. No, maybe this Tuesday. It was this Tuesday, and I'm looking for specific Jazzland records and Riverside records. So if Jazz Record Center, it's only jazz, obviously, and they sort by artist. So I'm basically like running around the shop looking for artists, looking like the bin for artists, and they had all the records I wanted, but they were all like the gray label ones, and I was just like, this, for that split second where you're like, oh my god, they got it, and then you're like, oh
no, it sucks. I mean, one of my main record stores, I like commented on their Facebook one time, like, hey,
buying this
half these records y'all have in the jazz section are crap, and they're available from major labels like Analog Productions or Blue Note or whatever. Like, just fucking stock those. And like, well, they're too expensive. We would order them for you. I'm like, well, fuck, I can order it for myself and get it the day it comes out. Like, never mind.
On eBay, right?
I fucking hate that shit. There's so many of them too. Like, it's all the big artists. Like, you go to the Miles Davis section of this record store, and they got 40 records, but they're all just European gray market trash.
But Joe, I agree. Like, sometimes I shy away from the pop and rock stuff because I don't really know what to look for.
Yeah.
And so the one thing I do look for, I'll look for a RL stamped Led Zeppelin 2. I mean, why not? Check that out.
Yeah, the common stuff that yeah.
And then recently I was hunting for a Neil Young Harvest, and I found one for cheap, and it sounded terrible, so I ended up getgetting the
and then you had an issue with the Chris Bellman cut, right?
Well, yeah, I did. So I returned it, and Amazon sent me a new one the next day because it was $21. Yeah, oh yeah, I listened to it a couple times.
Great.
It's awesome. That first song, oh my god, it's so good. That's like the whole album to me. I forget the lyrics, but it's like going to LA or whatever it is. Oh, the tone of that is just incredible. Much better than my rendition.
The worst part about my record shop is there's no cell phone service, so I can't do the raw Discogs. You know, so it's tough because like.
Yeah. No.
I mean, it's good and it's bad because sometimes I'll buy stuff on a whim just because it's like, you know, because all the jazz stuff's $5. That's not like the major stuff, and so I'll buy a bunch of stuff just on a whim and be forced to listen to it, even though, you know, I could have gotten it for $3.75 on Discogs.
Agreed.
But like,
I used to shy away from like pulling out my phone because I didn't want to be like rude. But now I'm like, fuck this. Like, I'll sit there and I'll like stream it and listen to it. If I like it, then I'll check this out.
What you're getting. You got to know what you're getting.
Yeah, like I really don't care anymore. But I used to really feel like I don't want to like offend these people. But now it's just like.
But
yeah, because I feel like in any other retail environment, it's like they think that you're checking to see if you can get it somewhere else cheaper.
Yeah, which I am.
That's
what I'm doing. Like when I was in Jazz Record Center, they had I can't remember what it was, but there was a record. I think it was listed. They were listing it for like $30 or $40, and it wasn't anything I wanted in particular. But I was like, "Is this a good price for this record?" And there was like a VG plus one for $25 or $20 on Discogs. I'm like, "Well, if I want it, I'll just get it here because it's cheaper." And I never wanted it before anyway, and I knew the record. So the thing is, like my like buying behavior changes substantially in a record store, where I'm way more pickier when I'm like online.
I have the opposite effect.
You're pickier in a store.
There's risk associated with Discogs, right? Like you.
Yes, you can't see it.
Right. So you're going out on a limb there, and you're trying to trust their grading.
Yeah.
Whereas
I'm way less picky at I mean, I'll buy shit. I'll go to a record store. I'll buy like 20 records.
Yeah, that's how I am at a record store as well.
Yeah, I'll buy like one record at a record store. It's like when I went to Jazz Record Center, I bought this.
Do you do the Discogs thing where like you're buying one item from, so you might as well check and see what the seller has, and then you just start adding?
Yeah.
This. No, I'm like, I will do that.
You get in and get out one item.
Yeah, because I don't know. I don't want to get anything I'm not gonna like. I'm like really paranoid about that for some reason. I want like my collection.
Okay, if you buy a $5 record that sucks.
No, I want my shit to be fucking lean and mean. Like I want to pull any record and it be like complete killer.
You don't want to be able to go into your Capitol section and pull out a record like Chris just did and be like, I haven't listened to this in 6 years, but
this is, you know, I know I showed this last time, but I'm so happy with this one. Oh my God, it sounds so freaking good. And you know what it is? I love Sam Jones. He's like one of my favorite jazz musicians. Like I got obsessed with Curtis Fuller over the past like year, and now Sam Jones is like my guy. His bass playing he like plucks it. It just sounds like so sharp. It's like no other bass player to me.
Mm-hmm.
Lucky's got a question. Look at this, Mike. So came across a couple of interesting but plain beige covered blue note reissues while digging today. Solid dark blue label.
Get it.
Is that the plain beige? What do you mean? Is that the Toopers?
This is the Toopers, yeah.
Get him.
Yeah. If you're into, I mean, not all of them are my style, but like if it's a musician that you like, feel confident.
Yeah.
Those are generally like really good deals, especially when you find them in the wild. They're getting pricier on Discogs, but you can still find good deals.
And if you have a white frame with a really ugly picture, it's LT series, even better.
What's that?
And if the covers have like a white frame,
that white, right?
And a really ugly, the LT series, get them because they're first press.
The only thing I will say is there is a Bob Brookmeyer and Bill Evans LT series that I found. I was super happy about it, and I put it to the turntable, sampled it. It sounded absolutely terrible, and the music sounded really good, but it sounded so bad. I was like, I can't. So I think like there is a reason why they have gained a bad reputation. I think there are examples of them, but the 2 or 3 that I have like a Lou Donaldson and Ike Quebec and the Dexter Gordon, and all of those sound. They're not as good as Tone Poet. But
I don't understand. I don't understand the mindset of changing the original cover. Like I don't know why that was ever a thing.
Well, no, most of
history.
those LPs were never released before.
Yeah, they were shelved records.
Yeah, they were
okay.
shelved.
And then Blue Note just like went back into their catalog to release them.
Let me
Some of
grab
them are
it.
really pricey
I've
too.
never seen one.
There's a Blue one I want.
The major label in charge was the artistic director or whatever they wanted to do, right?
Here's what we're talking about for people that don't know the LT series, right? Let me show you this. So they have these weird, like little rainbowy looking corners, and then just random pictures for the.
Yeah, which ones you got? Jimmy Smith. Okay.
I mean, I got 5 or 6
Like,
of
what
them.
is that? What is that picture?
I mean, it's you know.
They got it cheap. They licensed it cheap.
It's called.
Well, they owned it. Like they had the tape, and they had to name the record and everything, right? Like, wait,
so
which one is that? Oh, that one's really good. That's Clubhouse, dude.
This is Clubhouse. So this is now a Tone Poet with a normal cover, but like, look at what they put on this thing. And then the other one I have is this is a Quebec. I don't know if they reissued this or not, but I mean, it's not terrible, this one, but like, what the hell is that? It's all very odd.
Yeah.
You know. Anyway, I think they're so bad that they're kind of cool now. They're kind of like iconic in their own way, but like if you actually look at them, you're like, what were they thinking?
Short in the suit here has it looks like a roof of a train.
All right, guys, I think I gotta jump. My headphones
Yeah,
are
as
dying, and I've been on for a while.
I appreciate you letting me crash, guys.
Oh yeah, welcome anytime.
Version. So I like Flamin' Groove's style here. I do the same thing. Go to a record store, I just buy stuff until I can't hold anymore.
Oh yeah, that's what everybody does. I can't do it. I need to find like the gem, like the one.
This was a $5 buy at my local shop since I showed the Bill Evans one. This is a record you see all the time, right?
Oh yeah.
You pass
I
right
don't
over.
have that. I need
That's
that.
a cool cover.
Really? Check this out.
$5. Oh, what is that? Is that
You
the
got-
band?
You got Dave Brubeck's signature, Norm Bates' signature,
Norman Bates. Holy shit.
Paul Desmond,
What?
Joe Morello.
That's badass.
$5.
Goodness.
I didn't tell them it was signed. I just walked up, put it in
No,
the pile.
That's
and walked
incredible.
out. But I think it's the recording musicians aside from Bob Bates played bass on the recording, but this I think Norm Bates is his brother, and it even says the date. So the event was called Jazz Under the Stars.
Nice.
And the date was August 27th, 1957. And so I was able to go on the Brubeck estate. Actually has like a list of the live events, and so I could actually see like where it fit in. So it's pretty cool.
That's very cool. So here's
I have the exact same one, but I don't have this.
That's amazing.
Here's a great question for Emmanuel. So how long have you all been collecting jazz? So before we answer, someone in one of our live streams a couple of weeks ago said this is the jazz amateurs, and I think that's probably a fair statement, at least for me. So I've been collecting for about 2 years for jazz. What about you, Mike?
If you include Sinatra, I would say 5 years. If you exclude Sinatra, I would say 2 to 3 years.
Yeah. How about you, Felipe?
I think I bought my first CDs about 2000, but just a couple. I've been like erratic, but getting heavy into vinyl, things like about 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would say seriously 4 years ago. I mean, like I had big band stuff growing up and kind of a musical family, but not really into the Blue Note stuff until about 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'd actually have to go back and look. You know, my first record, when I bought my record player, I bought one of those like Audio-Technica LT60s, like the little boys. And I got that, and I had to get a record because I had none. And I bought OJC Coltrane. It was, I can't even remember the title of it. It's a red cover. It's not like, it's kind of a neglected one, actually. It's not one you see too often. And he's on it with a soprano sax. But so my first record I bought was a Coltrane record.
Nice.
But then I really focused on Sinatra for a while.
Then you listened to it and freaked out and wondered why you bought it.
No, I did like it, but the thing, what's funny is I pulled it out and it had the Prestige Fireworks label. Yeah. And I was like, that's just a weird label because I didn't know anything, and now it's like that's a fucking awesome label.
No, that's crazy. I always felt like attracted. I think my first couple CDs that I bought were kind of blue, and then Lady in Satin. They were kind of on a sale when the Legacy labels releasing this outtake and a bunch of those. But back in the day, like 2000, there was this huge like building size record bookstores. And going to the jazz classical section was like kind of threatening. You say, I cannot even afford to enter here. There's like they had couches and rugs, and just feel like intimidated, right? I better go to the sales session on the pop aisle. But I needed to go there. I felt like going. I found those records at those CDs at a good price, and I started there. And then I got Miles in the Sky, Jack Johnson. Whatever was on sale that week, I would just get it from the series.
So check out this. No.
That's awesome, Nicole.
Yeah. I'm clicking it. All right. So Bitches Brew is Fillmore in '69. That's freaking amazing. So what's funny though is my first jazz record I ever bought was probably in the mid '90s, and it was Bitches Brew, and then Headhunters, Herbie Hancock. Those are two fusion records I really liked, but I never went further than that until the pandemic, basically.
Yeah, I got stuck.
Josh did just order the Dexter Calling from Dusty Groove, Felipe.
Cool, Josh. You're gonna love this record. I really do. If you got the same pressing, it's impressive. I think if I can get an original, or if there's not a Tone Poet or Music Matters, I think Japanese is the way to go. I just ordered today a Mao Audio Mao-2. I got a Japanese with Obi for like $40. I still can't believe it.
You didn't want to buy the ERC?
Never. We have an inner agreement here. We never buy ERC.
That is an agreement we all have. True.
Except if they do Sinatra, then I'm buying it.
So, no names, but there was an ERC posted recently on Facebook, and we all noticed that the fucking cover was split. There was a seam split on the top, which is not unusual for a record, but again,
it was only
fucking $50. Like,
it was only noticeable in one picture, and the other pictures, they cut it off the top so you can see.
Yes, they cut the top off the record so you couldn't see it. Pretty funny.
All right, before I jump, I just want to follow up. So this was the first record I bought, Coltrane, The Last.
Oh, that's a great one. That and Black Pearls, OJC.
Yeah, it is pretty great. And I actually don't think he plays soprano sax on it, even though on the cover. They would do that often. Like Sunship is playing soprano sax too. And I don't think I think he plays tenor. So anyway.
So
all right,
Black,
guys, I'm going to jump. I'll talk with you guys later. Joe, thanks for joining.
Yeah, thanks for letting me crash.
Everyone in the comments, thanks for hanging out. And yeah, I'll talk with you guys later.
All right, later, man.
I'm going to jump too, guys. Thanks so much.
Okay. Thanks, Joe. Thanks,
Have
Mike.
a good night.
Right. Thanks, Joe.
Bum, bum, bum. It's only Chris and Felipe.
Hi, what should we do now? Just talk trash about the others?
Yeah, I can't believe they said those things.
Oh, my gosh. The Coltrane mic just sucks, man. I hate it. I'm going to burn it.
What?
No, just kidding.
Oh, yeah.
That's it? Yeah. No, my goodness.
ERC is bigger scam than Mo-Fi, I agree.
Oh, yeah. I think so, too. I mean, no matter it's full analog or whatever. I mean,
I'm sure it does sound different.
You get what you're paying. I'd rather pay $250 on a Music Matters record than buy the shit.
What are you wowing about, Baggy?
I think Baggy has a full collection of ERC from the very first one.
Yeah, he's mad because he has all the ERC stuff, and we're talking shit about it. It's hilarious.
Yeah. They haven't released the Miles record. The last one they announced, they haven't released yet for sale, right?
What?
The ERC.
Oh, they announced a new one. Was it Miles?
I think it was Miles, right? No.
I don't know. My question is, how are they getting the tapes?
Yeah. And they even announced.
How are they getting the tapes in England?
Yeah. they've announced the Doors, which they haven't pressed yet, and saw some folks with the originals showing the pictures of the originals. They don't look like what they showed on the website.
As far as the tapes go?
Yeah, so maybe they're just pressing from second tapes, third tapes, or whatever tapes.
I mean, they could be copies that were sent to Europe originally to cut and cut lacquers from or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm sure would still sound fine.
Yeah.
Have you listened to Madlib's Brazilian mixtape, Flat to Brazil? I have not listened to. I need to check out Madlib. I haven't listened to any of his stuff at all, but I need to check that. I've been meaning to do that.
I know very little Madlib. I don't know much, to be honest with you.
I know he's got some stuff out on Blue Note, though, right?
Yeah. So you know what? On Blue Note, I really want to get the record from those two girls.
Oh, the new one? Yeah, totally. Yeah, we'll order it. Tell me how it is.
JD, whatever. Yeah, I like them. It's going to take a while to be pressed. Let me see.
Yeah, this is a fair statement. No, I'm mad at Felip for not getting the Dizzy. Yeah, man. It's a good record. I like it.
Got it. Don't be mad, but don't be mad, Bag. It's just that I don't know. It just maybe I think the recording didn't sound very good to start with. Maybe I wanted something sounding better.
I mean, we'll say the recording's not the greatest sounding ever, but I don't know. It's a cool record.
No, but I get it. I sampled it. I read about it. I know it's like iconic. I might get it eventually because I know it's not going to be a smash hit. One of those Vinyl Please records that sell out and sell for like $500 now. So I think I might get it eventually. It's just that this month with the other releases, I just gave preference to some other things, basically.
So you think Domi? So it's Domi and JD Beck. He thinks it's a boy and a girl. I'm not sure.
They have some YouTube. They have some videos on YouTube. Even like the Don was play bass with them.
Oh, okay.
They sound amazing. I like them. They're young. They're new.
So is that Notes and Tones? Is that the Sacred Thread record you're talking about from Charles Lloyd Trios or something different?
Yeah. Not yet.
There's Chapel, Ocean, and Sacred Thread. Go ahead.
I'm gonna get them. I'm waiting for the three of them to get released together in the box. I want to get everything.
Oh, you're gonna get the box? Because
I think they're being pressed like one by one, and then there's going to be a box at the end. That's what I'm waiting for.
So for anyone that doesn't know, this is Blue Note's website. So there's that one. This Leonard Cohen tribute is kind of interesting. Not interesting enough for me to buy it though, but I don't know.
Yeah, no, it sounds good. The Julian Lodge record, pretty good too.
You have that one?
No, I heard it. I listened to it. I liked it. So that one on the top right, bottom right, Chris.
This one,
the Spirit of Need to sounds interesting as well. I sampled, yeah.
This new Ronnie Foster record is really good. I bought it. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, that came out right after his that classic series. What is it? Two-Headed Freak.
The frog, freak frog something. Yeah.
Two-Headed Freak. That freaking record's amazing.
Oh yeah, one of the best, man. Those drum loops and the recording of the drums is just amazing. The record.
Yeah, I mean, hang on, let's look at those real quick. So the classic series, right? Like, oh come on, that's a great record to be 20% off. Yeah. So oh my God, so these are coming out. We're gonna do a video about these two. You know that you can pre-order them.
Yeah, they open today for pre-order.
But what was I talking about? Oh, this one, right?
Yeah. Two Heated Frog or something.
Oh, no, I've zoomed in too much and can't see shit. Hang on. Oh, there's your favorite record.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Two-Headed Freak. That record is freaking badass. This one, though, man.
Yeah, I think this was one of the best months on the classics, to be honest. I mean, sound-wise, the way they kind of combined. As a group, I think it was an amazing record released this month.
No, for sure. I mean, yeah, Moon Rapping's just fucking badass. I mean, if anybody that's still with us doesn't know about the classic series, Blue Note, check them out because they're They're affordable and they're made very well. And the jackets are kind of shit, but
yeah. And the one thing people sometimes complain about the classic series, because they start with the heavy hitters, right? They start with the Moaning, Soul Station, Cool Strutting. They go on cycles. They go on cycles according to period and the style. So the heavy hitters are coming back, as we just saw now. Graham Moncor, Andrew Hill, and there's going to be more coming. Don't worry.
Oh, for sure. I mean, but like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Well, what else? You got anything else? Or are you good?
No, I'm good. I just there's some more stuff coming over the weekend. We can do some more videos or unboxing and there's going to be an official episode coming soon, right? It's on the works.
Yeah, we got to figure out what it's going to be. I'm definitely going to do a Bill Evans box unboxing this weekend video. Let's see what Jonathan's saying here. Have you guys compared my favorite things 2010? I think I have both of those.
I don't.
Is that the Org one, the 2010?
I just have the Org 45. I don't have this one.
I thought you bought the new one.
No, I didn't yet. Just kind of. I think I was checking. Acoustic Sounds has it because it's out. It's out of stock most everywhere.
Let me find it. Hang on. Oh, I don't know where the other one is. Shit. But yeah, I bought it. Oh, yeah. Wait, here it is.
Mm-hmm.
Got them both right here. So I'm not sure this is the 2010. I don't know if that's what you're talking about. Shit. Tearing shit up over here. This is the Org 45 pressed at Palace, right?
I like it in stereo.
Yeah, it's great. It's great, right? But then this one is the other one. So this one's the new. Let me move it so big so you can actually see it.
Right there.
So this is the other one that had the mono and the stereo.
Mm-hmm.
On 33, and this is great. Especially if you don't have this Org 45, I would recommend this one highly. I got both, but the mono is really cool on this one.
Yeah.
Gresham Encore the third is being released. So that's Evolution, right? You know what it's called?
Evolution.
Yeah, I mean,
or you can get a Music Matter ones for like $400.
Yeah, no, I'm totally stoked to get that. I cannot wait for that one to come out.
It's a great record, yes.
But those Org 45s all sound great. I think that was it Michael 45 that did a comparison? So Jonathan, if you want to, I think Michael 45 did a comparison between the Org and the new one, and I think he liked the Kevin Gray better, honestly.
Yeah, but again, it's a 45-33 stereo mono. It's kind of hard to, yeah.
I mean, I think he said that the 33 actually sounded better than the Org 45, but I could be full of shit. I don't remember exactly. They're both great, though. I mean, I was impressed with them. What was the other one that came out from Rhino right around then? Was it Art Blakey or something? I can't remember now.
Was it? No, I think it was the Mingles, right?
Oh yeah. That one's good too.
Yeah,
those trios or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, yes, the MMJ's still in print. What, Evolutions?
Evolution, no. Evolution is going for about $250, I think.
Yeah.
It's sold out. It was available not too long ago, but it's sold out now for sure.
Right. You wish they did some other stuff. Who? Manual, what are you talking about?
Music Matters.
I mean, yeah. You know what would be cool? I mean, I think that eventually, I don't know, if the vinyl boom keeps up, I think there's not gonna be just Blue Train that's treated like a tone poet. They're gonna do other ones.
At least like it would be cool like once a year or something, because the demand is they can't be like every 6 months. I think once a year is a good time.
No, that'd be cool if they did like okay. It's another Moncor album. Okay. I'm not familiar with that one. Yeah, I could see them doing that. Like, it'd be cool if they did it like once you're like moaning, right? That would be perfect, right?
Yeah, moaning would be a heavy hitter for sure. Yeah.
But it's interesting. Like, I've talked about this before, but like I have every single classic series and every 80 series, and if they redid them on like tone poet format, right? RTI, mastered by Kevin Gray, cut it RTI. I wouldn't rebuy them all. I'd buy like 5 or 10 of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean they're quite comparable. They have an amazing sound. I mean it's the same record pretty much if you think about it.
I mean, the classics.
Yeah, I mean they're just they're pressing Germany or
Pressing Optimal. I mean,
yeah.
There's definitely more QC problems with them probably, but I think they've got that pretty well worked out. But man,
Yeah, but the mastering is the same record, so
exactly, 100% agree.
Maybe RTI has a higher quality control that a higher percentage of records are going to be perfect. I think in European just a lesser percentage, but the quality wise, if they get it right, it's going to be the same.
Yeah, I mean, like Kevin Graves talked about how the Sidewinder, right? Like the MMJ Sidewinder sounds better to him than the Optimal one.
Mm-hmm.
But what is it, like a 5% difference?
Yeah, it's
like
much. Yeah.
99% of people aren't going to be able to tell the difference between that anyway, and the price difference now is kind of insane, right? Like I don't know.
Yeah. No,
I mean, how much is the Moan and MMJ?
I don't have it, but it should be in the 200s for sure.
Yeah. Versus $25.
Yeah. Plus, there's 3 versions: 45, SRX, and 33.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the 33. Let's say the 33 Classic Series. The record itself is probably 95% as good as the MMJ 33.
Yeah. I have a classic. I have an Analog Productions 45, and I have an original. They're, to be honest, I think the worst one is the original. It's kind of muffled compared to the others. So much more open and more information in the record.
Yeah. What is the next small batch? I have no idea.
Who knows? We're gonna know in the
26th. Hopefully not something that Chad is putting out at the same time, right?
Yeah. I think it would be cool for them to go somewhere else, like do a independent rock, maybe an REM release. They have REM. That would be cool.
I don't get this last part of this, obviously.
Oh, he said the last part it means, but that's okay.
Oh, that makes sense.
That's okay, man. I won't fly Brooklyn again. Just send me another Don't Share record. I'll throw that one, okay?
Kraft has been quiet on these. Yeah, they have, but they did say there's another one coming. Baggy, what small batch do you have?
I have none.
I don't have any either.
I'm really pissed with the model, and they just gave up on them.
Well, Mike, it seemed like they did better with the last one, right? They made more of them, but Mike's got the Yusuf Lateef, but he hasn't opened it. So the next time you all see him, you should shame him into opening that and listening to it.
Yeah, you should throw away the record and make it fly.
Cool, man. Can you? Oh yeah, Baggy, come on. I don't know how much longer we got, but you can definitely come on. Let me give you a thing here. Are you good for a little while longer, Felipe?
Yeah, I'm driving to Miami tomorrow morning, but that's fine. I can hang out for a little.
Oh shit!
Yeah, gotta find a house.
Are you still working on the weekends, or are you just driving down to find a house?
No, this weekend I'm not working. I'm gonna be house hunting. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. So excited.
Are you serious about it being fun?
No.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, I mean, house hunting sounds like a nightmare to me.
Oh, terrible, terrible.
Now, I'll tell you what, talking about Xanadu, I listened to this again today. You should get a copy of this one, man.
And that's
that was the first one I got.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's really good.
Oh, that's cool. I gotta get more Xanadu. I bought the one for kind of randomly. I got a first Alcon. I started buying everything Alcon I found on Discogs, and I ended up getting that one as well. It's like a $10 record or so.
Yeah, that one sounds good.
Oh, it's perfect, pristine.
Do you know Quartetto Novo?
Yes. Yeah, it means new quarter, Chris.
Baggy.
Hey.
Just grab a bite pretty quick.
What's up, man?
I'm making cookies. It's too hard to chat, like, make cookies at the same time.
What kind of cookies?
The Doubletree. Have you ever stayed at a Doubletree hotel?
I think so.
They give you a cookie when you come in there.
Yeah.
In the hotel.
Then in the pandemic, they published their recipe. The beginning of the pandemic.
Yes, I remember. Yeah.
And so I've been making those. I make those for my friends and stuff. Otherwise, I'll eat them all myself, and I'll get sick. Hey, did you know about the Whatnots having their special jazz day on Sunday?
No.
No, I haven't done the Whatnot auction thing. It seems sketchy to me, but I haven't checked it
Well,
out.
I mean,
Have you bought anything?
There's one guy. One guy I like on there is Jake Bean. Like,
Okay.
I don't get anything bad from him, and he play grades everything he sells.
Oh, cool.
But I looked at what he has, and it's not really like exciting. There's another guy on there. I forgot to look at his name. But basically, when you load into that app and you go into the vinyl records section and look at Sunday, it'll say Grails only jazz, because this is a special Grails only weekend that they're having.
Oh, wow.
And they're not Grails, I mean, for the most part. But like tomorrow I think is hip hop day. Today was rock day, and then Monday is another genre. But Sunday is jazz day, and they'll put jazz as the genre in their sale. So one guy had some Lee Morgan stuff and some Blue Mitchell stuff that it looked cool. He's gonna. I think it's at 8 a.m. Pacific.
Oh, wow.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, but the thing is like I've gotten so much. Like I got Casino Royale was one that I've been wanting for a long time. Like, you know, trying to find a clean copy of that. The soundtrack to Casino Royale, you know, has The Look of Love from Dusty Springfield on it. Mm-hmm. And I got it, and it was just it was like that. Not just like dirty like damage, it was like
just beat the shit.
Worn damage, where it's got that, you know, the distortion and on the high end whenever she sings. So
oh yeah,
like, and the guy called it a VG. I'm like,
no,
he did not play great these.
Yeah.
So I say, you know, go in there with, but if you can, sometimes you can get a deal if you get in there. It probably isn't going to be this weekend if people are going there specifically to jazz, but people are going to go in there looking for stuff. But sometimes you get in there on an off hour or something, and then some guy will be putting something up that nobody has any interest in, and you can get it for like $5 or something like that. The one drag on Whatnot is the shipping, because they have to. The way they pay the sellers is they have to do tracked shipping. When the seller puts the tracking number in, and as soon as it shows delivered to the customer, then they get their money from Whatnot. Otherwise, Whatnot holds the money until it shows delivered. So they have to do tracked shipping. So the shipping starts at $6 and then $2 per record after that within the U.S.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
So then it ends up like things that would have been a really good deal. But anyway, it's sometimes it's fun. I just have it on in the background. It's fun to, like, you know, check out, you know, the stuff up there and chat with people about the records and stuff, because it's a live stream. So you can kind of like chat with people if you don't want to buy something.
I just sold a record myself.
Oh yeah,
on Discogs, yeah.
Did you see the what I forgot what I came on here to. What were we talking about that I asked to?
What do you mean? What now?
There was a specific thing that I came up here to talk to you guys about. I forgot what it was.
I don't know. I'm high.
I said, can I come on?
I don't know.
Oh, it's the small batch. When you guys say small batch, are you talking about the craft?
Yeah.
Well, I have the Miles Davis.
The relaxing,
right?
Yeah.
You know, and I think that thing. You know, the other one sold out like real quick, right? And that relaxing, I think they still have them. I mean,
well, they made a lot more of them, and then they picked a really bad title because, I mean, not that you have a bad record. I'm sure it's amazing, but what I'm saying is, like,
well, I told you guys about that before. I didn't care for that. I mean, I don't like that it.
So relaxing
the way it clips, you know.
They actually send me a 15% off discount.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I got a 15% off coupon to buy relaxing. Yeah,
I've got 2 copies of it. I've only got one copy of the sleeve and the box and everything, but I have 2 copies of the actual physical record because the first one skipped. But then after I cleaned it, it stopped skipping, so I have 2 copies of it.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the analog productions, and I have a 70s RVG. So,
Felip, when you play it, does it clip when in that If I Were a Bell, does it distort on his horns, like where it actually like?
Very.
Because on mine, it distorts so much that it actually clips out a little bit.
No, and I don't get that level of distortion. No. Not at that level.
Okay, then maybe it's something wrong. Maybe it's my system sucks.
No, but I think it's a mistake. Maybe,
Well, if I play other versions of it, it doesn't do that. It's just on that. But they said that. I think the theory is they just want to transfer what's on the tape and give you a pure example of what's on the tape. So that was the reason why it was so harsh.
Yeah.
So Roberto's got a question. What is the record that has been receiving more frequent playtime for you guys this week / month?
For me?
I mean, for me, it's going to, let me find it real quick. I'll tell you.
This week I've been revisiting my tone chord.
Come over here, Felipe. Are you away from your thing or something?
I'm sorry, I'm kind of far.
Okay. So for me,
so this week I revisited a lot of my tone chord collection. I've been listening to a lot of soul and Chet Baker for sure. And
the one you just got?
yeah, the Chet Baker thing, but also a lot of Music Matters. I've been listening to a lot of my Music Matters too.
So for me, one of the bigger ones in the last couple months has been "Romantic Warrior" by Return to Forever.
Oh, I saw
I love that record, man. Y'all familiar with that one at all?
No, I'll check it out.
Return to Forever, Romantic Warrior. So I think it was like their 6th record or something, and it was the first one that didn't say featuring Chick Corea, because Return to Forever, that's what it would always say, is Return to Forever featuring Chick Corea, and this one did, and it was their 6th record, I believe, and their best-selling one. It was a little bit more out there. It's so fucking cool, though. It's like a 70s fusion jazz, like medieval story or something. So, as a complete nerd, it was pretty attractive.
I've been looking on this one. I'm searching for a copy. Absolutely.
Oh, they're cheap as hell. I mean, that record's everywhere. I mean, see, you can get a very good plus of that for $10.99 delivered. So that's what
I got this from. Let me turn the light on a second. Rob's friend that he's selling records.
Yeah.
I contacted Rob and I told him I'm looking for Donny Hathaway and Roberta Flack albums.
Nice.
Oh.
And he got me. This one was from his friend's collection. I didn't even know this. I never knew this came out. It's like, if you know about the Donny Hathaway Live, they had that came out, I think, last Black Friday.
Yeah. Yeah, I got that.
You have this one right here?
No, I have the live one.
Oh, okay. This is basically the same thing, except for it has unreleased tracks. It's just like, this is more like a collector's item thing.
Cool.
I really shouldn't have bought it. It was way too expensive. But he sold me this a long time ago, and I love this.
What is that one, Saravon?
Saravon. Gosh dang it! This is not easy with the iPad. Saravon recorded live Embassy Jazz Series. It's a bunch of different sessions with different. It's like I think an East Coast session or West Coast session, and some European ones. It's like on 4 different tracks, 4 different ones. There's this Pablo one he sold. These are ones I bought. It takes me a long time because I have to clean them. Like tomorrow, I'm going to do a big clean day.
Yes.
This Ella and Oscar from Pablo. He's probably showed you all this stuff before he bought it. I bought it like when I first started.
That Emerson series one you have, I think I have one of those. It's not that one; it's a different one, but I don't have it in Discogs yet. I don't think.
Then I got this in the sale, the Blue Note sale.
Yeah.
I really want the part 2 of this. It's sold out on the website, so I have to get it somewhere else. But yeah, because this has that famous, that speech that what's the person's name that does that speech at the beginning?
Yeah, I don't remember his name. I know you're talking about though. Apparently, that guy was a piece of shit, and somebody was saying on one of their streams that he would hustle the artist for money or something. I don't know. He was Rob was honest about it.
I got this on Whatnot. Yeah, this is
what is it? Max Roach.
Art Blakey. Chess. It's a chess.
Oh, cool.
2 record set, master series. I gotta clean it.
So
I got that on Whatnot for cheap.
Manuel says, Baggy, if you like Sarah, he recommends Sarah +2 on Roulette Records.
Oh yeah, I got this one too. This one I got from Jake, so I'm hoping this is good. He play grades them. He even puts he puts a little label on there.
What is that one? I can't tell what it is.
This is No Count Sarah.
Okay.
And I got this. I need to put this down. I know Wax uses his iPad too, so I think we'll just set it down and then show the record. I get this because I told you my friend's dad is Frank. His dad was Frank Foster.
Okay.
He was in the Count Basie band. He actually led it for a while after Count Basie was gone. And it's got him. He's listed on the cover. So I love getting albums of Frank Foster and then showing my friend on Facebook. And his dad's birthday is tomorrow.
Was he
Coltrane's
still around?
birthday was today. No, he died.
Yeah.
He passed away. That's how I found out that his dad is my dad. And he showed all these pictures of his dad he was a really famous dude actually. He was a teacher and he led. It was when they toured and stuff after Count Basie was gone. He led the Count Basie orchestra for a while. He was a important dude. He has actually. I tried to get his the albums where he's leader on, and you go on Discogs. It's there must not have been a lot of them pressed because it's not. There's none for sale even.
Right.
I found one on eBay. But yeah, so I kind of collect a lot of the Count Basie stuff, and there's a lot of Count Basie with. There's another one. I got a bunch of Count Basie from this Drake guy. I got a Clark Carey.
Oh wait! I think I have that record. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one. I like that.
And this one.
What's whose name, Joe? I think I lost you there. What's his? Joe's asking what's his name. I don't know who he's talking about. Who was the guy, Frank Foster, you were talking about? Is that who you were saying, Baggy?
Yeah, Frank Foster, yeah. He was a saxophonist.
Some of those big bands are still playing, apparently. I haven't seen any. I would love to see some of them, but
oh yeah.
Some of those legacy bands, I know Ellington's band and Basie's band played for a long, long time. I don't know if they're still around or not, but that'd be cool.
This it's all wrapped up.
I got this kind of like that, the band Chicago. They still tour and stuff, and I think they only have 2 people that were originally in the band still, but it's really cool.
One time, when I was in a band in the early or the mid '90s, we played at this wrestling arena in San Bernardino.
Yeah,
and they're the band we were opening for was it's band featuring ex-members from Rat. I'm I joked with the other guys. I'm it's probably the bass player and the drummer. And then we got there and it was
that's hilarious.
The rest of the guys. I have this. I'm getting this to do for one of my future music and movies episode.
What is that? Oh, okay.
Have you seen this movie?
No, I haven't.
This is a great movie. It's not a typical Danny Kaye movie. It gets real dark because it's the real life of Red Nichols.
Yeah.
And when you were showing that Harry James, it reminded me. There's a scene when he's later in life and his daughter's grown up and she has all her friends over and it's the 50s, and they're all talking about they don't know who he is and they don't know who the great trumpet players of the 30s were, and so they're talking about hey, have you heard that new Harry James record? And then he goes off on them and gets all pissed off. And he's like, look, there's 3 greats, me, Pops, and Bix. And he was like going off on Harry James. It was really funny. And Harry James did like the music for it, I think. And he definitely did for Young Man with a Horn, that movie with Kirk Douglas.
So Roberto says his favorite big band is Quincy Jones, and I'm going to show a record that I have that's pretty awesome. So
I was
Jones
just looking at that cover yesterday. I was just looking at that. Yeah,
this one's kind of neat. It's still got like this weird hype sticker on it. Let me see if I can show it.
Someone was selling that. Someone is selling that and whatnot. I was just looking at it.
Perfect present sound recording. It's certified, man. What are you going to do? You know,
you kind of want to have it just for the cover.
Yeah, and it's neat. Let me see. Let me show y'all something kind of cool here. So the neat thing is this is a bunch of different songs from around the world, I guess. That was the kind of the idea here.
Oh, okay.
Right. But and like having, you know, beautiful women from the 50s or 60s on it. Whenever this came out. One of the neat things, I mean, like, check this out. Like, gorgeous. This copy's in really great shape too, and then so there's Quincy, and then where is it? Oh, it's got like the whole you know, like setup of how they had the band set up and all that. So it's kind of neat.
Yes, I like that. That's like, you know, that one I want to clean tomorrow. That one that I showed you guys last time, that gatefold that had Bill Evans on it and all these crazy different players on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a big cleaning day tomorrow because I'm like behind on stuff. There's a lot of stuff that I don't want to play because it's so dusty. I don't want to put it on my table yet. So
I feel you, man. I got the same situation.
It's nerve wracking though because you go through all the cleaning and it's like, okay, I'm gonna put this on here and see if this is actually like, is this thing, even though it looks nice, does it
sound like shit? Yeah,
complete garbage, you know.
Yeah, I bought about, I don't know, 10 or 15 records last week, and I cleaned them all. And it was kind of a bad run. I had 3 or 4 that just kind of sound like shit. Just
really from record stores or from?
Yeah, from record store. It's just like, damn it, you know.
Well, tomorrow's a big day for me because, you know, I really want. I'm a big Clifford Brown fan.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, you know, I want to do a video on this. I was disturbed to find that I think they're saying the Clifford Brown Verve series record. You know, I think it's discounted, or I guess it's not selling well. And I'm just like, oh, that's horrible news because that means I really want them to do Clifford Brown with strings. And if that one's not selling well, then they're probably not going to do any more Clifford Brown. I'm like, why aren't people buying it? That's an amazing record.
Not selling well is weird because they had to repress it because it sold the fuck out. I mean.
I think so.
Brown Max Roach you're talking about on the
no, someone was saying it's discounted or something like that.
I saw it discounted. Yeah.
On what though? On Amazon or something?
I'm not sure. I think some record stores that I was browsing today, Chris.
Everybody buy it.
Yes.
I want them to do more Clifford Brown.
Well, I mean, that record is fucking ridiculously good.
I have the strings one. I think I paid like $5.
I have the Clifford Brown. You know how like I think Mike Esposito was even saying he doesn't like any of the Japanese presses, you know, that the bass is rolled off and stuff. But I found there's this guy that I found on Whatnot. He only did one auction and he sent me that. Remember that one I showed that Kelly when Kelly one I showed you and it had a big scratch on it or whatever. I had to return it. I went onto his Discogs though, and he had 2 different versions, Japanese versions of the Clifford Brown Blue Note. Mm-hmm. You know, the not the 10-inch, but you know the 12-inch compilation one.
Yeah.
I think you already have that, right, Felip?
Yeah.
So anyway, I want it, and I don't want to wait because I think they're eventually going to do it because Joe Harley did it with Music Matters, and so they'll probably do it again. But I don't want to wait. I want to get it now. And so I'm getting the Japanese version, and I was kind of like, well, is Japanese jazz okay? I looked up, it's a King Records. Do you know about those? The King Records?
I have a bunch of Kings, and I mean...
Yeah, well, I did a search for it. And when you do a search for it, it comes up to a Steve Hoffman forum, and I think one of the big guys, like Grunman or someone came on there and said that those are the ones, those are the good ones to get out of the Japanese ones.
And the Kings are great, and they have a series inside the King, which is called Connoisseur. They have like a
That's
little
what this is. That's what this is. Yeah.
alligator one. This is the best stuff you can get.
Well, you know what's really good too is the Clifford Brown Emercy series that
Yes.
someone put out in Japan.
Are they good? Because they have the Clifford Brown with strings Japanese version. There's several different reissues of it, like over and over and over again throughout the decades in Japan. So I don't know which one would be the one to get from Japan.
Yeah, let me look up the one I have. Hang on. I have one of them, and they did like a whole shit ton of his records.
Yeah.
Let me find it. 1 second here.
He only has like, so many releases. I want to get some of his, like I was showing that Pacific Jazz. I'd like to get the 78s of that. They were compiled onto regular vinyl by Pacific Jazz, but there was also Pacific Jazz 78s before that I think would be neat to have.
Yeah, I can't find it for some damn reason. That's weird. In my Discogs, maybe I didn't. Shit, that sucks. I'll tell you, a great record is so you got Study in Brown, right? That's the Emercy from Acoustic Sounds.
Yeah, and they have the other one that has a similar looking cover, but
the Clifford Brown and Max Roach one is fucking awesome too.
I love it.
I've got a 1958 copy of it. It's trash though. It's like G+, but man, it's still freaking awesome. I wish they would release it on Acoustic Sounds, or on the Acoustic Sound series, like some more stuff. Like, have they? I guess they're still releasing the catalog they failed to release like over the last 2 years, right?
There's two, yeah, there's behind.
What was the last one we got? Oh, Ella and Louie, right? Like I got that right here.
Lewis again, yes.
And there's Peterson Night Train is coming up.
Yeah. Oh my god, this is gonna be such a badass record. This is no, not this one. Sorry.
This is a 45, yeah.
And then there's an Evans, I think, but that's not going to be until early next year.
Yeah, the Evans at Town Hall or whatever
the blue one, or
yeah. So this one just came out.
Yeah,
I'm glad
I bought that.
I'm glad these are coming out again because they had like nothing for a while. It seemed like.
Yeah.
They do like one a month.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but they all got backed up. Like every single thing that's on our website was supposed to release last year.
Right? Yeah. And I mean, I'll be wondering what the future is going to be because they haven't been like showing that many more titles except for the Pharoah Sanders, right?
Yeah. It's almost 3.5, Rob. So boom.
We're breaking records.
I want to ask you guys one last thing before I go. There's that I don't know. I feel like I saw it from you guys, but there's the Chet Baker and not Stan Getz. Who's the Barry player?
Jerry Mulligan.
Jerry Mulligan reunion.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't listened that. If people want to know what album I've been listening to over and over and over again for recently, I want that one. Is there a good reissue of that one?
Which label? Which one are you talking about? On Pacific?
I think it's. I put it on Instagram. One of you guys liked it. I never know who it is that's liking it.
Fair. Hang on. I think I have that record you're talking about.
Yeah, I love it.
Is it the one that's got like the peacock on the cover?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Pacific Jazz. PJ47.
Is there affordable? That's a Pacific Jazz. Okay.
Yeah, I mean you can get an original for not that much, probably.
Oh, really?
I mean, Very Good Plus is like $35.
That's the record Mike bought a British reissue. Remember?
Yeah, he did.
So that's where I saw. I knew. I was looking. I was like, I know I've seen this cover before, and I went to go play it. And I have the obsession with the song Stardust. I play it like every single day on my trumpet. I'm trying to perfect it, and it has it on there. So, like, I get any record that has Stardust.
Yeah, that's a great record. My copy's funny. It's I said it's VG. I'm looking at Discogs, right? Edge warp, slight effect on side 1, track 1. Sounds good. So apparently I did an upgrade there because I've got a edge warp on it. But another good one for them.
Rob, if you're watching, if you ever find that one, please tell me.
Yeah, another good one on CTI. Let me find it. there was this one's kind of weird. So Jerry Mulligan, Chet Baker, Carnegie Hall concert. This was later. This is like in the 70s when they got back together and did that. Those are pretty cool. There was a volume 1 and a volume 2 on CTI, but they also released them both together. So that one's pretty good. And then, Chet Baker and Jerry Mulligan played together. They had a reunion for a reason, right? Like they did lots of stuff together back in the day.
Yeah. It's a terrific album. It's got so many good tracks on it. All right, I'm going to get back to my cookies, man. Thanks for having me on.
Well, I think we're going to... Felipe, are you still with us?
Yes.
Throw him baggy. Well, so it's been 3.5 hours. For the 18 people who are still with us and everyone else that watched, thank you. Oh, Mazzy just popped up. What day is it? It is almost Saturday, Mazzy.
Almost Saturday, Mazzy.
Almost Saturday.
Tomorrow, fight the house.
Yeah. So I'm going to have a video come up this weekend, probably for the Bill Evans box set. I'm going to listen to a couple of records and do a little review and that sort of thing. And then hopefully we'll have a Jazz Bums episode coming out soon. Yeah. If you haven't seen it yet, go check out Felipe's Tone Poet video he just put out. It's doing really well. Any final words, Felipe, before we shut her down?
Well, thanks for everybody for staying late with us. And thanks for all the support. We're having a thrill doing this, and let's keep going. Right, Chris?
Absolutely. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a good weekend. Good night, Mazzy.
Have a good night, guys. Have one for me, Mazzy.